So the first thing to do, Aragin and Dash can level up. Is that correct?
Yes,
so.
we're having a level up
Who
party.
should we do first?
Well, I know what
I
I
don't
want.
mind. Yeah, I know what I want as well. I was just looking through
Where are we?
Okay, Aragin.
the extra
Aragin,
maneuvers. All right.
you're taking a level in
Arranbury.
fighter.
Yep. And I'm rolling.
Okay.
Well, of course you are. You're a man.
9.
Oh, 9.
I'm not a man.
Nice.
I'm a god.
Okay.
Holy shit.
That's good.
Oh,
Okay. So
last
For every
three
9
levels,
you roll, I roll
10,
a
10,
1.
and 9.
Ariel's rolled off the good dice already for this campaign.
It's all right. There's no luck left for anyone else.
Now you need to take the average roll.
I have to
Yeah,
take the
it's-
roll.
Nine.
No,
Okay,
you don't.
I'll roll to see
No,
what
you
I
don't.
got.
It's
No,
a good
don't
night.
even
I'm
bother.
rolling 79.
What? How many hit points do I have? 79.
79 hit points.
Whoa, that's nuts.
And
What do I have? Like 25?
I think you got to 30s.
You should get the tough. You should get the tough feat.
Oh well, yeah. Well, that's why. Level 7 in fight is not all that great, but I
and
want
two
to just
more
keep going for the
maneuvers.
feats and the extra attack. Yeah, so I was going to go for lunging attack
The dogs is
and pushing attack.
What does lunging attack do? And
It means I can expend a superiority dice. I now have 5 to increase the reach of my attack by 5 feet. So occasionally I can jab someone from 15 feet away.
15 feet.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then coincidentally, pushing attack allows me to smash someone. And if they're large or smaller, they make a strength save or get pushed 15 feet away. Who's going to just piking people away.
So,
Yeah, you should pull them in and get them the blunt end, and then push them back again with the sharp end.
Okay. Aragon's done. Dash.
Okay, I'm gonna take the average.
You got to roll, mate. It's a good
No,
night.
I'm mediocrities.
You pussy. You pussy.
I'm
You're
gonna
below
roll to see
average.
what I would have.
Okay, Dash, you're taking a level in fighter.
Oh, was it?
yeah.
You're going for action surge, are you? Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to roll that. That's a D10.
No, I'm not rolling.
You.
Okay. And you're gonna roll the D10. Come on.
Oh, no, so I'm definitely taking the average, but I'll roll just to see what would have happened.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
is it?
Oh, 2. That's what I took the average.
I didn't
No,
even
give him
look.
the 2. Give him the 2.
I didn't even
If
look
he's
at the
rolling,
screen.
he's got to
man.
take the roll.
If you roll, it's that.
Bullshit.
I think that's how it should work.
Okay, and that
You don't
puts
get
you
to
on
roll.
47 hit points.
47. Fuck, that's just like nothing compared to mate. Aragon.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be standing at the
I
front.
feel like
although-
Aragon's like a level 12 character, and we're all like level 5 or something.
Well, yeah, but he ran away in the last battle. I don't know. So, with all this health,
Yeah, but the thing is,
hopefully
you've
you're
also got an uncanny dodge, right?
hopefully
True,
you're
he
gonna
did,
stand there.
he did go and hide by the cart and basically die.
Yeah, I'm on 45 actually, but I'm not the same level as you guys though.
Okay, and I think Maynard and Bannofix are still on 6th level for the
Mhm.
time being. Okay,
But does a fighter get anything else at level 2? Then
I'm going to take another level and fight it just to.
No, I think they get about the best ability in the game, action surge.
No, I'm going to.
But I think that's probably enough.
Look at that frozen Neil.
Yeah.
That's gold. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're
Okay,
fine.
so
We didn't hear your complaint. It was perfect.
so late.
Well, I get 4th level spells next level.
I'm enjoying watching Ariel laugh because it looks painful. Like it's
Yeah,
like
my top lip is swollen enough.
laughing.
It doesn't do much.
Yeah, Mike was
It looks
fucking
like
with
you've-
him something fierce.
It looks like you've had some Botox.
Okay, so the morning after the battle, there are still these like bodies lying there, like everyone basically like went and collapsed, like treated with injuries and stuff, just went and collapsed, and all these bodies are still just lying there in the courtyard. The guard turned up. I mean, you talk to them, but basically everyone's gone for a rest. Aragin and Bannofix are in the wagon and just like sleeping. You hear some noise outside. There's a familiar voice that you struggle to recognize. Struggle to place it. What the fuck happened here? These fucking orc pricks cut to pieces, and werewolves too. Who the hell did this? And then you hear the innkeeper. Some mercenaries, sir. They're sleeping in that room and in this carriage. And then someone just like this lance just smashes the door of the carriage open.
Is Bannofix in there?
Oi! Yep. Oi, wake the fuck up.
You want some of this? Just kidding, I didn't say that. I'm in the room.
I think you did.
Yeah.
No.
Maynard's hearing this from upstairs.
Wait, given where it was, just empty your chamber pot. You know, real bleary eyed. Just out the window. Okay. I'll just carry on sleeping. I know that they're there, but I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? Who else is in the carriage with me?
Aragin.
Okay, well, Aragon's the talky one, so say something.
Okay, so Paladimir puts his head in. He puts his head in. He's wearing his red, white, and blue tabard with his own arms. And behind him, out in the courtyard, you see several mounted soldiers wearing the Earl's red and white. And you see also, there's this goofy-looking teenager guy dressed in chainmail on a horse, covered in spots all over his face. And he's also wearing Paladimir's coat of arms. And Paladimir just says, thought it might be you. What do you think you're doing? Murdering soldiers of the Earl. Not just that, I had to get up really early because of you.
We didn't murder any soldiers. We got attacked by some werewolves.
Who's this speaking? Someone's. Is this Vladimir's?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a squire or something. You said it was the spotty guy.
I think Vladimir's got a son.
Attacked by some werewolves. What about the orcs then?
Which one? That half orc out there? Oh, there were two of them, weren't there?
No, Vladimir's not that old. He's like just late, like he's like early 20s.
Oh,
Okay.
Same as most of you guys.
We've just got a younger brother.
Well, I don't know, man. These orcs or half orc mongrels, they work for the wolf. The wolf works for the Earl. Well, maybe they do. They have some kind of understanding anyway. I don't really know I don't care if you killed them. I certainly, maybe he doesn't care. I don't know. In fact, I was hoping to kill that Louise bitch the first chance I got to do it quietly myself. As for the werewolves, yeah, they've been a huge pain in the arse. The past couple of days, they got totally mental and ripped up a lot of livestock and a shepherd. The Earl was swearing about them and told the wolf to sort it out, so maybe the wolf will now consider it sorted out. Anyway,
It's unlikely. Is he the only one who can hear the conversation, or are there other people around?
I'll stick my head out the window.
He's basically got his head in the entrance. So if you spoke quietly, hopefully no one else would hear.
Okay, I will just kind of quietly say and lean into it and say, well, if the wolf wasn't in league with these bloody werewolves, they wouldn't be running amok everywhere.
Well, I don't know if I don't really know the details.
Well, that's why they tried to burn and just roll my eyes. Indicate back in the carriage there.
And he looks, oh, is that you? And he gets his lance, and he lifts Bannofix with his lance. He lifts Bannofix dressing off him, and Bannofix is just lying on the seat of the carriage, still bleeding a bit. And she says, geez, what a mess. And then he just lifts it back again. He says, well, anyway, I'd be tempted to advise you to keep out his way. I'll get these peasants here to sort out the plan. Bodies.
We were going to give Dunskara a wide berth. Whereabouts is he at the moment? Is he in town?
He's in the Dunskara.
Well, once we get this thing fixed, we'll be out of here.
There's a road west of here that goes to the Tar. Like I don't really know it really well, but it goes to the tower and then it goes south. So you can like basically from here you can go west to the Tar River, and then you could either, like you could take the road south. And anyway, it's up to you.
But where does that come out? Because we need to go to the monastery, but we've got a bit of time to get there.
Exactly. I don't know exactly. I mean, you could certainly, yeah. Which
Is
that?
Well, can that road take a carriage? Once we get it fixed, obviously.
He's like, he kind of like looks at the missing wheel and he says, "I suppose it should be able to." Right. I'll go and I'll go and I'll go and do you a massive favor, right? I'll
That'd be
go
good.
back to
And just leave out,
Duns-
you know whose name when you mentioned that we were around.
I'll go back to Dunskara and tell him and tell them that that these orcs were causing trouble and the werewolves were going mental and stuff like that, and you guys sorted them out.
And seeing as we won't be going to
That's the
town
thing,
this time, just make sure you drop some kind of animal shit on that guy's doorway for us when you get back down there.
Now that I'm a knight, I can't really indulge in those kind of games.
The blankets where Bannofix is just goes.
This is
Can you get a squire to do that shit for you?
You'll have to get your shepherd to do that himself next time he's in town. So when are you going to get knighted?
Well, I guess it just depends how much ass kissing I'm prepared to do.
Well, has Paladimir been knighted?
Apparently.
I'm going to look him up and
so
down.
Dash, you look out the window, and he's actually got a pretty nice warhorse.
I bet he sold us out. That's how we got knighted.
Daddy's the DM. That's how you get
But
knighted.
Aragin, you also notice he hasn't got plate armor. He's got splint. You might want to keep that to yourself. Okay.
Good point.
Keep what to himself?
The fact that he's got plate armor.
Right. I'm
plate
gonna
armor.
go back to Dunskara then after maybe a breakfast or something. Hey, question. Dead horse on the road up here, throat ripped out. Do you know anything about it? It's probably the werewolves, right?
Yeah, sounds like it.
We didn't.
There was a
Some of
full
them
moon
got
last
away.
night.
Some of them got away.
Some of them got away. Right.
Yep.
Hopefully there wasn't a rider attacked.
No sign of the rider. That's what I thought was a bit strange. But it was like it was like I suppose you say light grey with mottled spots. But no rider. And the horse was on the road, so it was like a bit strange. Anyway, I told the peasants they could cover up the horse meat. Right. Hopefully, don't see you again anytime soon, eh? And he heads into the inn. Right. So, what do you want to do?
Well, we want to get the wagon repaired, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Yep.
do that.
We need to find some kind of wood turner.
Okay, there is a
Wagon right.
Wainwright. There is a
Oh, yeah.
Wainwright in town. I think you've he's easy to find, and he reckons he can fit you a new wheel. It might take him about a day. He needs a new axle, and there are other repairs. So, if you want emergency repairs, he could maybe do it.
Sorry.
we expect nothing else. if you want emergency repairs done, it depends on whether you want the whole thing like fixed up properly or just emergency repairs.
Well,
Fix that properly. We want
yeah.
this thing to be able to handle a chase.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
In case we have to
So
run
what
for
you're
the
gonna have to
werewolves,
do,
and we
you're
need to
gonna
get
have
some
to
good
stay
horses.
over another night in the inn.
We need to do some horse shopping while we're here anyway.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. That's fine. You can also do it at the same time. Now, who wants to buy what?
Well, I think we just need a couple out of party treasure.
Sorry, what's the
Unless
where are we? Are we in Dunskara now?
no,
Arranbury.
we're not going there.
Okay, thought we were. Where are we?
Wow, if we're going there, we
Arranbury.
need a good disguise.
Are we?
We're
Are
probably
we
going to get
about?
hung.
Are we about half a day's north still?
Yeah, and we're planning to bypass it, I believe.
Okay, so
Yeah. So we need a bunch of horses, right?
Well, a couple for the carriage,
Yeah.
but we could get more.
Yeah,
Well,
true. I'm
should we
happy
see how
to ride on
many?
the carriage.
Well, I think we need a couple from party treasure for the carriage, but individual horses are out of your own pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we need saddles for the horses and the carriages in case we ever need to?
so
Well, we got a bunch of that stuff.
so
Yeah.
Gavin,
carriage stuff.
Robert, and Eleanor,
Yeah.
right? They reckon they come and talk to you and they say, well, we were thinking we want to find Alyssa as quickly as possible. So
Well, I'll tell her about the what Paladimir said. How there was my horse was not far from here with its throat ripped out. So now that
You reckon that's
now
your
we've
horse?
got a bit, yeah. Well, that's what you were describing, wasn't it, Dougal? I think mine
it
was.
sounds like your
Yeah,
horse.
so, yeah. So yeah, now that she's turned, we need to
I
find
don't
her,
think
and we need to all
anyone's
get
even
down to the
slightly
abbey
surprised.
because we should
Okay,
have a
so
few
they're pretty
weeks now.
worried about that. So they say, so they're basically they take their money, right, and they reckon they're gonna go and buy a mule or a horse or something, and go on foot straight away. And they say, well, maybe we should we
Well,
try and see you at the abbey, or
Yeah, we'll buy horses and keep in touch with us, and we can keep on your trail. But yeah, we can't obviously go near Dunskara, so we'll have to hook around and meet up with you.
How long have we got? How many people failed their
I don't-
saving throws?
I think Stu might,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I did. I might have.
or maybe it was Maynard.
I think I did. I'm pretty sure I need to get.
No, it was Aragin and Bannofix failed. I think.
I thought Dash did as well.
I
No,
got KO'd
I avoided
once
it.
or twice.
so
Have you got lycanthropy on your character sheet?
I was looking for it. I can't see it, but it might be there.
Would it be there, Dux?
It's like me.
Bannofix reckons he feels all right.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
So they say, okay, well, Robert says, well, you know, like this, I can send you a message, but it doesn't like go all that far. It's probably okay. I mean, if you're going to the abbey, what I'll do, I'll just try every night, okay?
Sounds good.
So anyway, they leave, and they leave to try and find something to buy, an animal to buy. And then later on,
Find
while
something
you're
better
off
than a
buying
mule.
a horse, um, you do find a horse, and
Two.
and
Need
this
two.
you want two horses. Who's paying for them?
Party treasure.
There's not that much party treasure left because it's basically all split up now. No, actually there is. Okay, gold,
It's
257.
250 gold.
Do we want to sell
Unless you
this
want to play
wagon?
with silver.
We've already got a bunch of
It does
Oh
make
yeah,
it.
well that's a good point actually. We should definitely use our silver and
Does it
Can I
look
just
like
go to someone's character sheet and use and do it like that?
do I have any silver that I can trade for no, I've only got gold coin according to my
Where's the party
backpack.
treasure
I'm
listed?
sure you'd have tons of silver.
Oh yeah, I've got 1,000 silver, so you can pay for one of the horses out of mine and just reimburse me with gold from party treasure. Because we've already got all the equipment for them, so we just need 2 riding horses.
Well, we could get some draft horses.
Oh,
cheap
Maybe
out.
if you want to plough a field.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna take about
Do you think the
900 silver
wolf might
pieces
recognize
for saddles
wagon?
and everything, and you buy a
Right,
riding horse.
we got saddles and stuff. We took them off our dead mounts.
Okay, cool. That's fine. So I'll
And-
reimburse you.
Actually, I'm looking for a longbow as well. I'm not sure if we've got any spare in the party.
I've got one you can potentially have if you give me something like a short bow in return.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So I
want
don't
to.
make many range attacks, so
I really want to double dip the swords in
swap you.
silver. How do I do that? I've now got 3 rapiers. One's got silver on it. How do I
We
dip
s-
the other one?
There's not
We'll
much
swap
silver
those
left.
looks.
Okay, sorry. You're swapping weapons.
Yeah, just for a short bow for a longbow, because I can use the longbow now that I'm fighter.
Okay,
You're
so
best to use that magical dagger, Neil, anytime we're fighting the werewolves.
In my second
Given
hand.
The
Yeah.
D4 plus 1 is way better than anything halved.
Well, what
So
about
somebody
the
else has
silver?
got
Though?
a-
Silver's not
somebody
half.
Aragin has got a longbow. Okay, Aragon's got
Yeah.
a longbow, sure.
Yeah, so I'm going to swap
Let's
that
get
with Maynard's short bow. Unless
Because
there's a longbow to buy in town.
there is, but I suppose it costs time. Yeah, you sure you can buy a longbow.
Yeah, we've got a bit of time to kill while we wait for that.
Yeah, you can buy it. You can find it's a fairly big
Okay.
town. It's not
Right, well, I'll give mine to Maynard and I can buy one.
I want to silver tip some crossbow bolts too. Is that possible?
Yeah, I'd be keen to do some arrows, silver tipped arrows.
I'll send you a list of stuff I want to buy.
You're
It's
probably
mostly
gonna need
just-
to go to Dunskara to do that kind of thing,
Look at
or
him luring us in.
Benny about. Maybe another day. Okay, so
Right,
hang
yeah,
on, who's
maybe.
buying a longbow?
Is it-
So what
can
I've done,
Can we paint our wagon from black to
how much
white?
do longbows cost? Does anyone happen to know?
Yeah, I've got it in front of me. Here we go.
I mean,
And
Black Cat,
I'll trade in the short bow if I can. So longbow is 50 gold piece. Short bow is 25.
Look at Ariel's like running a
250 silver.
little bloody armory.
That's
yeah,
right.
he's just like carrying like carrying this huge stash of weapons around. That's what Varen did, eh? He had this
Yeah, Baron was.
implausible collection of armor and weapons that he carried around everywhere.
Yeah, on like a
Four suits
mobile
of
wardrobe.
plate and also a couple
Okay,
of sets of dragon
Okay, so hang
scale.
on. So how much money am I charging you? I want to take 40 gold pieces off.
Including the trading. That seems fair.
Yeah.
I'm thinking silver rapiers, silver crossbow bolts.
Okay, so basically, you're also trading in the oxen, right?
Yeah.
For a horse. I never even charged you for the oxen, so like whatever you're getting for them, you get back. That's fine. Okay,
Does
so
someone
is
have-
everyone good now?
No, I want to grab 50 foot of rope,
Hang yourself.
lantern, couple of flasks of oil. Be great.
Yeah, actually, Dash probably needs some oil as well, because didn't he use it all up in one night when we went up there last
Yeah,
time?
you did.
Yeah. Because I've got torches and oil flasks times 2, so I think I'm pretty good.
Okay, you got a little.
Okay, cool. So
Actually, I might get some. Oh no, I've got. Right.
hang on, let's just get this right. So Bannofix is getting a lantern. Hooded lantern. How much do they cost?
Do you want to just carry my one?
Hooded lanterns.
Yeah, I mean, I don't strictly speaking need it because I can put flame
I know
in
you
my
can
hand, but
find out. You can find out in Black Cat. It's just like not that
Yeah,
Quick.
Lantern, hooded, 5 GP, 50 silvers.
Yeah. Hooded, oil and
Silver.
some
Oil
rock.
is a silver piece of flask usually.
Man, there's good money to be made in making hooded lanterns, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. Put a lanterns is where is that?
We should start making some.
Or breeding horses. Breeding more horses.
I think if you could find
Okay.
a flame resistant horse breed, you'd be making a killing.
Yeah.
Are you saying we should breed a horse with a nightmare? Because I'm keen to try.
Yeah. Yep. That's exactly what I'm
Okay,
saying.
cool. So is everyone happy with what they've got, or anything?
Well, no,
different?
I want some silver stuff. So how are we going to get into Dunskara to get some silver things? Can we sneak in?
Well, we need to go to Arbiter, which has got much bigger and will have bigger smiths anyway. Not Arbiter. We need
Or
to go to
Tarathian.
Tarathian, yeah.
Yeah, Taraferry, you'll easily
true,
get stuff
actually,
like that
you know,
done.
we
It's
should
just going to
definitely-
take some time, okay?
we
And
should-
so basically, you've bought one horse between you all, right? Do you want an extra horse?
Yes. Yeah, we need a second one for that carriage.
Who's paying for that?
So does
Well,
anyone
add
have any
a party
horses?
treasure again.
Or is everyone's horses is dead now?
Well, yeah, I sold mine. That was the last living one.
Yeah. So have we just bought 2 more, or have we just bought 6 more?
2 more. We're
Is there
just
s-
about to buy the second.
Is there
Okay, well, party treasure is all gold. Does anyone want to pay for a horse out of silver?
if
Yeah,
I
we'll
can have my
do the
own
same. Yeah, we'll do the same as you did for Aragon. Just find someone and they'll pay for it with silver and reimburse
Bannofix,
it
you
out
got tons of silver. You want to use some?
Yep.
How many horses are for sale?
I don't seem to have been reimbursed out of. Oh, maybe I have. Where's my gold? Let me check. Did I get reimbursed?
With
I feel like I've
gold.
been had.
No.
Oh yeah, obviously I paid for the horse.
Got you.
But
Okay,
then
cool.
yep, the gold is coming out of party
So,
treasure.
yeah, okay. I'm just like, there's tons of like bloody bookkeeping here. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. It's just taking time.
Yeah, that's what Boomer used to say. And we all know what he was
Okay,
secretly on the
so I'm
tape.
gonna put gold on. I'm gonna put some.
I think you're pissed he figured out how to do it before you did. That's what I think you're pissed about.
The evil Boomer 2.0,
Okay,
right?
so I'm
Boomer 1.0
reimbursing-
would never have done that.
I'm reimbursing Bannofix and I'm reimbursing Aragin. Okay.
Well, if there's more horses, I'll buy myself one.
Hang on.
Wouldn't be a bad idea
Okay,
to have
cool.
a spare.
Say. All right.
Are
Yeah.
you,
Well,
are you
hang on.
looking at my character sheet, Aragon?
No.
Okay, 2 horses. One's already been sold, right? One's already been sold by the time you get there. So I think that's 2 horses is all there is.
Okay.
Okay.
Does that mean the
Sale.
NPC's got one? Are they?
Yeah,
Are
they
all
got
4
one.
of them going to ride one horse?
You
there
realize
only
that
3
Earl's
now?
going to
There's
be
only 3
so
now.
pissed off.
They're gonna go on foot,
taking
but they're gonna use it for gear. That's what they said. Okay, cool. So basically, you've got 2 horses. Okay, so I'm gonna add a horse.
Maybe Maynard and Dash could ride inside, like with our missile weapons out the slots.
It's not a bad
Hiding.
idea.
Okay, there are 2 horses have joined the party. Cool. Right. So you're gonna wait for the wagon to get fixed, and you're gonna stay over at the inn again.
I'm actually really good at animal handling, by the way, so I should probably lead the wagon.
Are you serious? You with horses?
I'm also proficient in it, and I actually have the soldier's proficiency in land vehicles.
True, but don't you want to be the guy on horseback protecting us, whereas I'm the Nancy that heals from the carriage?
Do you want to be the
I got
horse?
a +7.
Well, yeah, I'll just I can assist you as well.
Oh,
So who's driving the carriage?
it sounds like both of us.
So one
Yeah.
poor horse has to carry has to pull the carriage with everyone in it.
Well, no, I thought we were hooking 2 horses up to the.
Yeah.
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 Okay, cool.
Dash
Right,
isn't
cool.
riding around solo being
And-
cool.
So you stay in Arranbury. You stay in Arranbury another night, and that gets us to Saturday. Now, in the evening, sorry. So let's apply another long rest. But in the morning, Aragin and Bannofix just wake up feeling awful, right? Aragin and Bannofix, you're both just covered in scratches, look like you haven't shaved in weeks, which for Bannofix is probably like goes without saying. And Aragin, you've got some blood smeared around your mouth, and you just got this awful headache. And you've both got a level of exhaustion. Splashed Bannofix, you just splashed in mud. And
Can Bannofix cast
also
curse?
And also there's some on your clothes, there's some tattered fur that you don't recognize. You're pretty sure it's not yours.
Did you ask me if I can cast Remove Curse?
I did, then I needed to sneeze.
Do not.
I'm guessing it's cleric only, isn't it?
Yeah, I do not believe I have that as an option.
Shall I see if they've got like resistance to slashing? Immunity yet? Like give them a little slash with my sword?
Sure, they might slash you back.
No.
We don't have resistance to assholes. So I think we're gonna have to get to like a cleric pretty quickly, huh? Yeah.
Anyway.
We've got a while actually, because it was just turned the month, the new moon.
Yeah.
So we should have a while. Yeah,
well, we don't want to be exhausted for ages. So
okay, there's still pretty much a full moon, and you go and collect your carriage, and it's fully repaired. And the Wainwright says, "Yeah, you said you're in a hurry, so we're up all night doing this." And he says, "Should be pretty good." And it's got like a new axle, wheels fitted, patches, cracks in the chassis repaired. They've done a lot of work.
Thank you.
Has it got 4 wheels, or is it now a tricycle?
It's still got 4 wheels. It's got 4 wheels again now.
No more.
Okay, cool.
All right, we'll get that bad boy tacked up and get out of here.
Right, so what we've got now is
Can we just
it's
guide
fairly
ourselves?
cool, but there's a bright sunny morning. You've had a look around Arranbury now. The main road goes north and south, so it goes north to Rabbit's Bridge, it goes south to Dunskara. There are also roads off to the east and west. They're more like tracks than roads, but you can easily follow them with the carriage.
Yeah, I definitely vote we go around.
West.
We take that.
Oh.
Okay. Which way do we want to go? West? Yeah, that's to
we
the
want to
Tar
go
River
south.
and
We want
down.
to go south, right?
Or do we want to look for that other road we used campaign 1? We wanted to come down the back way and avoid Dunskara.
Are we going to know that that's there?
Don't know.
Just sounds like just the type of thing that Dukes would punish us by making us endlessly look for this road that never exists but actually exists.
Can we
Hasn't
have
been
a
used in
map?
100 years.
We have a map, Dogs, and where the river is, and we'll decide how we're going to circumnavigate Dunskara.
And there's no map.
Not even in
You
the
don't
inn
have
or
a map.
anywhere.
Is the river to the west or to the east, or where is it?
The river's to the west.
Okay, so why don't we just go to the west
And go south down that road.
and just follow the river down?
Yeah, well, that's what the guard told us about, a road down that way. Or a trail.
That's right. Also,
Try and cover some decent distance.
that's what Bear Grylls tells you to do as well, so let's do that. Cool.
Okay, so you take the road to the west. After about 2 or 3 hours, you're heading downhill to a town. It's not very big. It's probably like 200-300 people, something like that, maybe more. And late morning, you reach the town of Taraferry. On the opposite bank of the river, you can see a couple of houses as well. So on the opposite bank of the Tar River, you can see a couple of houses, and you can see some boats pulled up on the shore of the river. The river is pretty wide. It's like, at this point, it's like maybe 300 meters wide, something like that.
Wow.
And you reach Taraferry, get a few curious looks. It's a sleepy little town. And people here are pretty well armed. Like, pretty much all the men are carrying weapons. Not necessarily armor, but they're carrying spears or axes or something. And from here, there is a track heading south, and the track heading south looks even better.
Bigger or better?
It looks at least as good as the road you've just been on. And there are also plenty of boats.
Okay, I think we should go south on it and make sure that like our wagon's not going to break.
Correct. We'll take the nice road south, yeah?
That's
Yeah,
good.
you've got like main
Definitely.
sorry, you've got Aragin and Bannofix like wrestling for the reins on who's the better coach driver.
We know who the better horseman is. It's not a question. It's whether or not his ego can let him let go of the reins. That's the question.
Okay, so you head south, and mid-afternoon. I mean, there's a fairly decent track, but there's very few people around. There's plenty of scrub, a little bit of forest, and there are fields with like cereal growing mainly. Plus, occasionally you see shepherds with sheep, like flocks of sheep and stuff. Again, everyone's pretty well armed. And by the evening, you reach another town called Bethnar. Now,
I could get used to getting pulled around in a carriage all day. I'll wear my fine clothes for the trip.
yeah, you've your exhaustion's gone. Aragin and Bannofix are just looking like a real mess.
I'll lean out the curtain and say, "Shall we stop here, driver?"
It's just going to make it look like you mistreat your staff as well, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we look real poor up front. We look like you're just whipping us.
Okay, so I mean, from here, the main road heads southeast, but there are also tracks southwards and westwards. So you've just come, so basically you're heading south. The main road heads southeast. There are other tracks south and west.
Can we ask
You've reached
who
the
is
town
nearby?
Bethnar. Bethnar is pretty big. It's probably like the size of Arranbury, or even bigger. It's like well over 1,000 people.
Is there a place that does swords and like a bladesmith? A forge, weaponsmith?
No, a swordsmith you're gonna have to find in a really big town.
Yeah, let's find our way now south to Tarathian City from here.
Yeah, so we want to. Well, is it evening already? Is it?
Or
It
when
is
we
evening, but you could keep going further if you want.
Well, we want to find someone and ask them which road leads where.
Does Aragin look like a rat yet?
A guard or a wolf, mate. Wolf.
This grumpy looking old shepherd. You come and ask him. Why don't you really know?
Because we haven't come down this way before. We're trying to get down to Taraferry. Just trying to take the best route.
Oh, that way. It goes to Alderwin Market.
Ah, that's exactly the way we need to go. Thank you.
I guess
How far
you can
is
get
the
to
next
Tar-
town?
Yeah. Like 4 mile, maybe 5.
Aye, we can
I don't
definitely
go
do
that way.
Thank you, sir.
And he just shrugs and walks off.
Rude count.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, Maynard's playing a tune, and Dash is like just like looking good in the carriage.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Right.
but
by
no
the
one
time
can see him.
you
Windows are closed.
continue onwards. You continue onwards, and Aragin and Bannofix are feeling really like rough as guts by now, and it's starting to get dark by the time you reach
light looks very
Mutonbury. And you look up.
Full moon.
You look up and see the moon. It's just slightly off the full moon now.
It's heading back the other way now. Do these carriage doors have a lock on them?
Hey now.
No,
Hey now.
not from the outside.
No,
You
from
can't
the
lock
inside.
them.
And you lock yourself in.
Are you just going to look outside the carriage, take a look at us, and just go on the bolt?
Yeah. Slide.
And yeah, you can kind of like bar the shutters from the inside, but it wouldn't keep you in. It would more like keep people out.
Yeah,
that's what we're thinking about. We're just trying to remember who got bitten, and
If we eat them,
the people
twice as much party treasure.
Yeah, do we get all their XP if we eat them?
Sure.
No, but you definitely get some XP.
Oh, keep that in mind.
Imagine that you just got all the XP from the people
That was so good.
that you've killed. You just go around butchering people.
You
Oh,
just
fuck!
cannibalize people one level lower than you.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how it worked in the Highlander.
You can play a character with lycanthropy, right? Like you can just enjoy it.
I think after long enough, you get kind of control of it, but depends. I think that's usually quite a long time scale.
Shouldn't assume that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It might be
basically by now
safest.
you've come quite a long way. It's been a long day on the road. The
Can we
horses
lock
are
them in?
tired as well.
Would you guys object to being tied up?
Actually, Bannofix likes that.
I'm trying to keep a glint out of my eye when he asks the question.
If you guys are feeling rough, then it's not too
Well,
good.
I don't think we're gonna turn right away.
Yeah, what we can do is we can put you in the carriage and we
It's
can
not cool.
lock it with some rope. The doors shut.
No, we put us in the carriage. We lock from the inside. I don't think you can lock people out. Well, I don't think you can lock people in, rather.
Yeah, because we just come out the window, smashing it.
Yeah, and also all the bolts are inside the carriage, so
Yeah.
you'd want to sleep in the carriage.
Yeah, well, you guys can sleep in the carriage. We'll take a room in the inn,
Besides,
tavern or whatever.
if I'm really hungry, I could just burn the carriage down.
We
Oh,
just
right,
need
yeah.
to get this carriage modified so we can lock people in it.
That's creepy and weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's gonna kill us.
It's a sex dungeon on wheels. No.
Yeah.
We just roll around the countryside picking up woebegone
Yeah.
people, doing God knows what to them. I mean, I'm not against it. I just think we need to do it. It needs to be a group decision. So, what's the?
Okay.
Are you actually a little nervous? Guys? You're gonna stay in the carriage for the night, and we're gonna.
There is a very small inn.
Well,
Yeah,
if there's
a
an
very
inn,
small
then
inn you
that's
can
fine.
stay in.
We'll
As long
sleep
as
in the
we have
inn.
different rooms. Yeah.
Are there locks on the doors of the inn?
No, I think we need one room. Like Ari goes with Luke, and I go with Neil. You know what I mean?
No.
Just so you can keep an eye on us. You know what I mean?
A werewolf with 79 hit points will feast on Maynard in a round.
Yeah, that's sounding like a good idea.
So what's the strategy?
Yeah, the brothers are going to share a room.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Well,
I mean,
that's
I
right.
mean, if,
We're brothers.
if you go rampaging for a night, it's probably not the end of the world. It's just as long as it's not rampaging on your dash.
It's not the end
You've
of the
got,
world.
you got Misty Step, don't you? You'll be able to get away from me.
No,
The lack of responsibility for human life is staggering. He's just. Are you supposed to?
Rampage, just don't eat me.
Are you supposed to be growing
That's a
up to
good
be a
mother.
lord? Isn't like the first thing supposed to be looking after your people? You just wheel a couple of werewolves into town, you be like, have at it, boys. Just don't knock on my door. That's all I'm asking.
pretty much.
Sick.
They're not my people yet.
We could populate the world. No, I think so
It's either that or the two of us can share a room with Dash.
yeah, we'll share a room with Dash. Actually, I might make it my mission just to sneak up into Dash's room and like spoon him in the middle of the night, just so he wakes up with
I'm sleeping
Just
in the
like
wagon.
lick it, start licking him.
yeah.
I'm sleeping
Just
in the
look at
wagon.
the-
I'm sorry. Yeah.
We'll start barking into his ear.
Is that clinch?
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
Oh god.
That went too far. So let's sort out our bedrooms. I think probably Aragin and I need to stay in the same room just in case we decide to eat people.
So you're going to stay in the inn?
Or we can stay in the carriage again.
Well, we can, but I mean,
Do we want to protect the carriage?
so you guys
Is it
should probably
like-
sleep in there so you can bolt the doors, you giant pussies.
Yeah,
And we'll go.
We'll
We'll go.
go
sleep
out
in
in
the
the
room.
inn.
Yeah.
because we also have a chest that has quite a bit of stuff in it.
Exactly. It's just, yeah.
Okay, so Dash and Maynard stay in the carriage. It's a bit smelly. It's
Smells like beer rat.
yeah, it smells of sweat
Wet
and
dog.
I've been in it all day.
but okay, sure. And then
We'll disable the
then,
carriage. Aragin and I will just
It shouldn't
disable the
smell
carriage.
pretty because it's
and
only
Arrogant, and then Bannofix and Aragin are going in the inn.
That's a good thing. We should get a chain with a lock.
The innkeeper just looks at you like really warily, like he's a little bit worried. You just look pretty rough. Yeah, you're still like covered in. I mean, you've cleaned yourselves up a bit, but you've got like all kinds of pretty serious injuries.
and
Swaying,
here on the back of
Fit
your
strain.
hand.
swaying gently.
Like snout.
A bare bits of fur.
You look
Sniffing him.
pretty wild.
Yeah,
You look pretty wild, covered in weapons. And he kind of like nods and says, "There's a room," and he goes and sorts out your room. And the room looks pretty very basic, but
A bit stable.
two cots with straw mattresses.
regardless of whether or not Dash and Maynard are sleeping in the caravan wagon, we are going to disable it some way. Take some of the bolts off or something like this. And then
in the morning, it's gonna be lifted up on blocks, and the wheels are gonna be gone, right?
yeah, that would,
And Maynard and I will have stuffed our backpacks with the party treasure and we're out.
side note, that's
so-
how the term the nuts
so what I
came about
need-
from poker, by the way.
What I need from Aragin and Bannofix is can you roll me a d20, please?
Actually, just before we do, we kind of
With
want to.
advantage. Can we have guidance?
We
Information?
want to know where they are. Hopefully, their rooms.
Yeah, you know where they are.
Not,
It's a
not
really
far
small
from
room.
ours. Because also, if we get attacked again by the same group of werewolves and wizards, we're going to need some help.
Sure. So you're just staying
Just trying to park it close
Basically,
to their room.
We'll take that. 18.
sure. So Aragin rolls an
16.
18.
Nice.
Nice.
I think
Is
you
that
said
how much?
Constitution save. So
Oh,
I get a good plus.
But I thought it might have been how much damage we were doing to the others in the middle of the night. Sweet.
Okay.
Hopefully the 18s for Neil.
Yeah.
So basically,
You should have rolled for
Um,
help. I just eating space.
you're thinking about like all night you're just thinking about the moon. It's like the moon is pulling at you. This is extreme urge to just like jump up and go on a rampage, but you resist it.
Oh,
Shit.
Uh
That was close.
so
Yeah.
Okay, that's different. That's not what I expected. Okay, so that's cool. So Dash and Maynard get a long rest.
yeah.
I don't think that. I
Okay,
don't know what the state of exhaustion is for everyone.
I'm looking for
Um,
ways to
We had a
lock.
couple of long
Aragin and
rests. So
Bannofix did not get a long rest. However, neither did you go and kill anyone. So we're now on the Sunday.
I think
So
you should
The
definitely
horses
give
are
up your
still
weapon.
pretty tired. You covered a lot of distance yesterday. You feel like you might be pushing the horses a bit too hard.
So, Jugs, are you saying that if we
get him some good oats and then
if we agreed, like if we just sort of let go and went and killed somebody, we'd get a decent long rest?
We'll see.
can we go back to that place where that stable boy fucking fucked us around?
Yeah. just strap him to us before we go to
Yeah.
sleep, so we know who to eat.
Rose of the Valley, and that's a fair way away now.
You know, I think you guys should definitely hand over your weapons.
We're not going to use them
I
as
haven't.
werewolves. I have a stick.
No, I think especially the.
Well,
I
I
can't
think
see
we
werewolf
should
running around with a stick, trying
I
to
think
shove
we
a
should
stick up people's
give buy
bottoms.
these horses some decent feed in the morning, and then haul us and try and get to the market. Sorry, the Abbey today.
Yes, we do need to do that.
Even if it half kills the horses, and then we'll spend a week or spend a few days before we go to Taraferry.
And I'll give them a heal as well while we're on the way, just in case they're being damaged. Side
Give them a
note:
fondle.
if Dash wants my stick, I'll hand it to him. Insert in first, so he can. You wanna...
I'll take it.
Can Aragin or Bannofix make an animal handling to
like,
take care of the horses and
the horses are not injured.
Okay.
They're not injured, but they are this. Like you've pushed them hard. Okay, so from Mutonbury, it takes you pretty much until midday to get to the large town of Alderwin Market.
There we go.
From
It's not far from
Alderwin
here.
Market, you know that Bright Rose Abbey is only a short distance out of town.
To the east, I believe.
You've been this way before. You head eastwards. You head eastwards for only about a mile out of town, and then sitting up the hill above a small river is the Abbey.
All right. What was it? It was like 1 silver piece.
Do you think? Were we potentially travelling faster than the NPCs? Because I mean, we were able to be in a nicely pulled carriage. They had one horse between 4 of them.
I would say that
I imagine we would be moving faster than their walking speed.
You also went a bit further, so
yeah, so it might even out.
So we're there.
Okay, yeah, and actually, that's a good point. Okay, so you also on the way to Alderwin Market, like early in the morning, you get a message. You get a message saying, just expecting to get to the Abbey today. That's all. You can reply.
Yeah. Well, whoever got it, I guess, can just reply and say that we'll be there sometime in the afternoon as well.
So if we arrive, we can just push her out of the queue. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
If they have a limited number of remove curses, we need to get there first.
Yep. Let's get there first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bannofix
Okay,
and I
so,
will use our animal handling to keep these horses like redline, but just before they start
Yep.
dying.
Yep. I'll push them right to the edge.
Yeah.
Okay, so you head up to the abbey, and there are a couple of monks. And they kind of like watch you approach. And one of them goes and heads in. So as you approach the abbey, there is a monk at the gate, and kind of squints at you. Is can we help?
I hope so, brother. We have been fighting the lycanthropes that plague this area, and we've been infected. We need
The
help
werewolves.
to remove the curse. Exactly.
Oh, and what is your name?
Aragin.
Yeah. I'll say, look, it's just the two of them that are infected. The rest of us are fine.
Well, I
My
wouldn't go so far as to
esteemed
say
colleague's
fine.
name is Brian.
Brian and Aragon. Okay. He says, yes, I'll be back soon. And he kind of heads off, almost jogging. And pretty soon, about 3 of these guys turn up. And he said, and one of them says, he kind of bows a bit. He says, Aragon again. I'm Brother Huxley. Welcome back to the Abbey.
Has Aragin been there before?
Come in.
Yeah, we were here
Yeah.
before.
You've been
Oh,
here
we were.
before.
Yeah, do you
You've been,
remember
like, you don't necessarily recognize all of them, but like this guy looks a bit familiar.
So
he
he
says,
says that, Aragon's like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
and
Did I come here
and
as
he
a
says,
child?
your friends are already here.
Oh.
And
Can we
you
go
get in.
first? Alright,
and then the abbot, there's a whole big congregation of about 20 of them, and you find
Doug's kind of looks like
you
a monk
find
right now in his purple jumper, his monk outfit.
the guru of a kind of like of some kind of cult. So yeah, you find Gavin and Robert and Eleanor. They're all there, and so is Alyssa. So the abbot comes, he comes and inspects you and has a look at your injuries, and he says, well, it's not going to be easy. This is quite an advanced case. I'm also, he says, it's the timing, you see. It's already been festering for several days. It's going to take a lot of prayer to deal with this. He says, I think there's a very good chance. And and then he comes to look at Bannofix, and he kind of squints at Bannofix. And says, you too have also been inflicted. You've been here before, haven't you? Remind me of your name?
I'll be really, sway, you know what I mean? And I'll give him the Brian name.
Brian. And one of the monks kind of like whispers in his ear a bit, and he kind of nods.
If
And
he
he puts his
says
hands-
bag of dicks, I'm straight punching him in the mouth.
He puts his hands on your forehead, and you can feel, uh, like you can probably feel a bit like someone might if like you started probing him with clench. I feel like this guy's probing your mind a bit.
Right.
You don't really like it. Can you roll me a d20, Bannofix?
Okay. This is alarming. Okay. 17.
He says, "You're a man of strong faith." Faith in what is what I wonder.
I'm just
And
gonna
he,
clutch my bare penis. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
like hopefully it's been preserved with something. But
Yeah.
even so,
It's dried. It's specifically called dried. It'll crackle. Okay. So is going to help me?
he says, I believe it's not too late. Okay, so he says, what we're gonna need a week of prayer. Nah. What he's also hinting at is he wants some kind of big donation. He doesn't necessarily know about all your wealth, but you've come in with all these rings and jewels and all sorts. So he kind of like knows you're minted.
It's costume
And,
jewelry.
and he's going to need he's going to need a week of prayer in the monastery.
Bloody
So-
clergy, eh?
We are kind of pretty careful with going around flashing that sort of stuff.
And
I'm not.
I'm just gonna.
You're
I'm
not?
just gonna
Okay.
turn to Maynard with this giant
No one
giant
mentioned
ring
this.
on my finger and be like.
Yeah.
No one mentioned this until now,
Maynard's-
so I have to assume not.
Arrogant's got like this gem necklace.
How far is
Yeah.
Tarathian City from here? Should I get my plate
Tarathian
down
City-
there and then nip back for a week of prayer?
I think you could take that risk. You could grab a horse. I'll stay here.
You know?
Okay, so
Are we going to tip off the Duke about like this massive assassination plan? It might not be silly.
To kill off everybody on the line of succession
Yes.
depends on the Duke, right? We don't know much about the Duke.
okay, so what he's going to need
think we
from
should throw- we
Aragin
should
and
throw the Earl
Bannofix.
under the
He
bus.
might be responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Okay,
is going
Aragin and
Yeah.
Bannofix. He needs some kind of big donation. What's Bannofix going to offer?
Oh, I don't know what's appropriate. Can I not just ask him what he thinks would be appropriate?
If you do, he'll probably say,
He likes your
ring?
jeweled ring.
Okay.
He's hinting that would be a very appropriate
Jesus
donation.
Christ. Like,
how much is your ring worth?
I mean, I could have
500 gold.
that's for the both of us. Is that right?
How did you get a 500 gold piece ring?
It's a long
I
story.
will-
I wouldn't
I
worry about it.
You
will,
could definitely.
I'll
Let
fish
in
out-
public.
No, I will fish out a couple of 50 gold piece gems, 2 of them, and say, would this suffice for my friend and I?
Okay, so Aragon's got this
That's-
really nice golden necklace of acid resistance,
Yeah,
and he's also
1,000 silvers.
he says, for one so rich as yourself, he says, surely you're more pious than this.
Pie. The irony.
we have some equipment, but we're certainly not cash rich. We're
Yeah.
doing the Lord's work out there.
Yeah, we have a lot of our money tied up in investments.
1,000 silver pieces is surely a generous donation.
1,000.
Yeah, 250 GP gems.
250
silver
GP
pieces.
gems would be.
I
1,000 silver pieces.
seems-
Sorry, that's
Yeah.
what I said.
Yeah.
I thought you said 1,000 gold pieces. Right? Yeah,
Just about shit yourself.
yeah. I mean, I'm willing to offer him the same. I'm willing to offer him another 100 GP.
Is
But-
Dash anywhere near us? Can we just point to
Oh, on
Dash
top, that's
casually and
200
be
gold.
like, "Oh, he'll
Yeah.
pay afterwards. Don't worry."
I'm not bad.
Dash isn't infected.
I think the ring is appropriate.
Dash's donation's probably going to be a couple of silvers.
See,
on the way out.
the thing
in
is,
the offering box.
the thing is, Dash. If you do get bitten, right, he's going to demand twice as much for the next one. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And we're going to
Lovely.
agree. We're going to agree that you need to pay it.
I think that ring on your finger could cover both of your fees.
Yeah, I can take some of it out of party treasure though. I'll just
So-
I'll hand over
so
the ring and
basically,
scoop some.
right,
of it.
he's not
The ring
very
probably is
impressed by
party
this.
treasure.
We got bitten, so
He's
you
not
didn't
very
have to.
impressed by this, and he says, my sons, God is watching.
Stop arguing and start.
God is watching. Do you value your lives so cheaply?
Well-
And your souls?
Souls.
I mean, I would have
Not
just
at
stopped
all.
it. I would have just stopped at life there, buddy. But at the same time,
But if we have to sell these, you're looking at my necklace, but this protects me from acid. And would you believe
Oh, you don't
That
want to tell him that,
we
do
got
you?
attacked by a black dragon? Oh yeah. And so we don't have a lot of gold or coin on us, but we do have a few possessions. But if we give these away, we'll be
Arrogant's backpack is literally bulging with gold.
yeah, he can't see that.
He's
It's in the
got-
carriage.
yeah.
He's got hang on.
Yeah, the
He's
carriage
got like
just went clinking into the courtyard, like with all the
Yeah.
coins and everything. Just
I,
clink, clink, clink,
I'm
clink.
gonna say to him, look, this ring means
Arrogant's backpack has got like 6.5 kilograms of gold in it.
this ring means quite a bit to me, and I'm willing to give you 100 gold pieces. It's hard for us out there. Surely you wouldn't turn us away. You're right. God is watching. You know.
Okay, so Bannofix, what are you? So you're offering him what exactly?
100 gold.
We are
So
doing
we're offering him 100 gold for the two of us.
I was offering him 100 gold as well as your 100.
Okay,
your
all
two
right. So
drinks.
yeah, all right. So we've doubled our offer.
Yeah, we've taken up to 200 gold, which is actually
Yeah.
a monstrous amount for
Yeah.
an abbey sitting in the middle of like. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that to him, but
It's
it's
like
quite a bit.
two-
He doesn't look very
orders.
impressed. He just slowly shakes his head, and he says, "Perhaps we could revisit this after I've seen how to I've seen how to help the woman." And he says,
Perhaps we could watch.
"Would you like to come back in a few days? Of course, it may be too late by then."
Well, we were gonna sleep outside, if that's okay. Yeah, we don't really have. We want to scrape together as much money as we can to be able to pay you, and we can't give over sentimental items. We're gonna have to sleep on the doorstep outside your abbey while we
I
wait.
could-
And
I
our
could
next
tie them
stop
up
from
if you
here
like.
is
Okay, the
to
thing
see
is,
the
the thing
Duke
is,
as
Bannofix,
well.
he's basically saying your jeweled ring, which is like
It's
it's got these huge gems in it. It's worth 500 gold pieces.
I've
and it
I've
looks
explained to him that it's
extremely
sentimental.
valuable.
I've explained to him
He
that it's
already- he also
sentimental.
knows you've shown him a couple of 100 gold pieces as well.
Yeah.
He suggests
So our
This
next
is the
stop
DM just rinsing you.
is to see the Duke. And I mean, how do you think he's going to feel if we have to turn up there and tell him that we have to come back and get cured from lycanthropy? We were just here, but 200 gold pieces weren't enough. I mean, we can go and ask him for more. But is that a good idea?
You know what I think is going to be an interesting question, an
is-
interesting conversation.
200 each. 200 each will be acceptable.
Oh.
That's more than I have on me.
He's-
Okay.
Oh, the ring for both.
That's
He says the woman offered much, much more.
what did she offer?
Yeah, you don't know what she offered, but you know she had tons of money.
All right. Well, I'll hand over 200 gold pieces. Not the ring. It is sentimental to me. And
is- He says, a worthy offering, my son.
I hope so.
I'll see what a week of prayer will do.
I get to come away from here from a really good story. And apparently a hero bent on saving the community from werewolves, putting himself on the front line, getting injured, is absolutely rinsed by the clergy in order to save himself from the life-ending illness
Which
created
is
by
exactly
that.
what would happen if Christianity actually had the ability to remove a curse.
Yeah, I get it.
That-
Nobody would be
that's
happy
logic.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Aragon, what about you?
I will pay. I will just make a show like I'm having to borrow money off Dash or something.
Okay. So he soaks you both for 200 gold pieces.
And I'll
each.
point to Dash.
You feel sullied.
I'll point to Dash and I'll say, look at our rich friend here. I swear to you, if he ever gets bitten, he'll pay twice as much as us.
Can anyone tell me how much I paid last time? 'Cause I got bitten the first time. Do you
You
remember
and
how
your
much?
fancy, you and your fancy clothes.
You paid much less. You feel like you just wish you'd hidden all of your money before you headed in here.
I didn't know that these men of the cloth were extortionists. Like,
Of course they are.
just,
That's their number one skill.
You feel like you're the one who carries a
Donations.
pledge, but
but
you're still the one who got
Yes, I get you, but
who got reamed.
I get that they're extorting the afterlife, like holding the gates to heaven for you, but I didn't think they'd take my money in the here and now. That's brutal.
Okay, the monk
Does
puts
it
his hand
feel-
on his shoulder and he says, "God will reward you."
Okay.
Willie. Okay.
Does it feel like you just got clenched?
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna turn into a flea later on tonight and just bite the shit out of the abbot while he's sleeping. Just we'll go to town on it.
Okay, so basically, what Bannofix and Aragin are going to have to do is spend a week in prayer
Yep.
and sort this out. What do Maynard and Dash want to do meanwhile?
I want to find someone to silver my weapons. I'm pretty sure we did that in this little town last time.
Okay, if you've got a whole week to play with, you just want to stay in Alderwin Market for a week?
Is there a swordsmith?
Or is
in
there a
Alderwin
chance to-
Market? Yes, there will be.
What
Yeah,
about,
for sure.
is there someone to get Aragon's plate mail fitted here? Is it more of a Tarathian thing?
The thing is, he's going to be in the Abbey and he's going to be busy, so it's
Yeah.
not really practical to do that.
Can't
Yeah.
see it. Yeah.
Hey,
Potentially, but like,
I'm taking my ring off, by the way, Dougs. Putting it in my
Okay.
pouch. I'm gonna
Okay.
look as
But
poor as I
that
possibly
does
can.
mean you could line it up with the armorer so that he can start as soon as you guys can do some sniffing around.
yeah. So, Chris, like, obviously we don't want to spend ages in real time, but like, a Dash and Maynard, are you happy to? I mean, sure, taking care of silvering weapons and stuff when you've got so long to do it, no problem.
Yeah.
Are you happy to spend so long in Alderwin Market, or do you want to do something else? I mean, Tarathian is still well over a day away.
No, let's
Yeah.
not separate the group. Let's
Yeah, better not.
let's go down into the inn and basically enjoy ourselves.
Just haul yourself
Yeah,
away for
so-
a week.
Dash is going to do what he does best.
Gotta make sure Dash has no access to petty treasure before he goes down each night.
Can
He's
Dash-
do
spent
best.
Dash
200
and Maynard
gold
both
pieces
please
worth of
roll me
coins
a-
on horse.
That's a bold statement,
Can
eh?
Dash and Maynard both please roll me a d20?
I'm gonna
Yep.
do what I do
And-
best.
What for?
Scare
Performance
hookers.
check. D20. Did it roll? 13.
12.
Yeah.
You got a 13. Yeah, I got a 12.
But I get lots of pluses.
Okay,
For what?
that's fine. So, Dash and Maynard both enjoy a lot of fun in Alderwin Market, and don't pick up any diseases.
Nice.
None that they haven't already got, is what you're
We would have been up there paying 200 gold pieces to the clergyman to cleanse.
Yeah, well, we both got fucked.
I might see if I can silver a few arrows.
Yeah, crossbow and arrows.
Yeah. Okay, sure. I won't bother charging you for that. You can do it. Like it's not going to be a huge price.
But we're
So
going
you
to pay out
silver
a party treasure anyway.
You've
Like,
silvered a
fuck
couple of
you, mate.
arrows. That's fine.
Yep.
And you've enjoyed a lot of good times. And Dash is silvering a rapier, getting a rapier silvered. right?
both of them.
Okay. Now the thing is, over
Don't be a
time,
tightwad, Neil.
over
Actually
time,
pay for a
the silver
for
will
one.
come off.
Yeah, pay for
right?
one like I did with my glaive.
Yeah.
That will cost a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm silvering it properly. Both of them.
Okay. So basically, you're gonna get a rapier built for you. You're gonna get a rapier made for you.
No,
with
no, I was gonna.
There's no point in getting two because you got the +1 dagger for the offhand.
But why would I want two silver swords? They do more damage.
Well, not when it's a full moon, or not when they. Because aren't they just immune to non-silvered and then they have resistance?
No,
Oh,
they're,
no, that was at the full moon, wasn't it? Yeah. Otherwise, they just.
I've got 3 rapiers, so I'm going to have one that's not silvered and 2 that are.
So
Yeah.
it's just got all
You
these.
don't, yeah.
you've
And to
got
be fair,
these-
you don't.
You've got
You don't
3
need to spend money
rapiers
on armor. So.
hanging on your belt.
Yeah.
And you've got to remember to rip out the right one.
Because what was it? Was it 100 gold or was it 10 gold extra?
I need
That
some
was-
type of Rolodex.
Spelled
Yeah.
it properly.
It was expensive, but
Yeah.
like you've got
So I'm
time
gonna-
to do it if you want.
I'm going to try and find a breastplate.
Okay, sure. You can, but definitely in all this time you've got time to get a breastplate.
I could use your
So
magical
Maynard.
longsword, Luke.
Is that?
You could give me your magical longsword.
Yeah, but you need finesse
And,
weapons, right?
Yeah. Longsword's no good for you.
But otherwise, I just get a different advantage, right?
So when well, no, you can't use a longsword and another weapon on the other hand.
You can with 2-weapon fighting and dual wielding.
No, they still have to be finesse weapons. They just don't have to be light anymore.
Yeah, so they can be 2 longswords.
No.
Longsword's not a finesse weapon.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you can wield 2 longswords with those 2 skills because I've read a whole bunch about it.
I think you might be able to actually.
Oh yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe
Yeah,
it's
I think,
not.
The
like,
only
one-
difference is that one's
Something
dexterity
gets
Oh, yeah,
rid of
but-
the fact that it has to be a light weapon.
Yeah,
Or
but,
Yeah,
but
but-
isn't the purpose of
Dash-
finesse for dexterity,
yeah,
not for
Yeah,
strength?
it's because you suck with Dex is your higher stat,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Aren't you feeble
Yeah,
and
yeah,
weak?
good point. So you can do it, but it might not be wise.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Maynard,
Aren't you frail
Mhm.
like a little
Getting-
kitten?
getting breastplate. 400
He's also
gold
gonna
pieces?
he's gonna line up. Yeah, the good armor.
Maynard?
He's gonna line up the armor
Fuck.
for me too. Are they really
Uh,
400?
Was it
Yeah.
400 helmet?
Fuck me. Yeah.
Yes,
Yes. All right,
worth it. for better
Maynard,
AC.
do you want to do it? Do you want to spend
Um,
400?
It's worth it, I think.
Yeah,
It
so you can always
probably-
resell it.
Do I have? I don't have magical armor, so it's going to increase my AC by 2.
Yeah,
So
that's
That's
worth
worth
it.
it. That's
Yes,
worth
I will do it.
Does a helmet
I'm
give
going
you
to
plus
spend
1?
400. No, I'm not getting a helmet. I'm getting a breastplate.
I didn't realize you could wear like plate armor as a bard,
Okay, and now for your studded leather armor,
I can't.
but you can wear a
that can
breastplate.
just maybe go in the carriage.
I'm a fighter as well.
Right.
Yeah, so I still get my dex modifier with the breastplate.
Yeah,
Oh, hang on a minute.
You do, as long as it's capped at +2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have
Which is fine for you.
I have a 2. Hang on a minute. Can
Just remember, it
I wear half plate?
takes 10 minutes to get in and out of your armor.
no,
Arrogant.
not
You can,
well. Yeah, it
but
does
it's
at the
so
moment,
expensive.
even with
Mhm.
my split mail. So yeah, Maynard's gonna line up that armor for me.
Hang on, half plate.
Well, he's getting his breastplate.
That's one
But-
better.
So this, yeah.
But isn't that
the-
heavy armor half plate?
You
You won't be proficient in that.
No, half
You
plates,
know what?
medium
Fuck.
armor.
Oh, still medium.
It is
okay.
heavy though.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it
that
is
way it won't
heavy.
have a max dex. It'll have 0 on dex, won't it? So
No,
it
Yeah,
gives you
better
it's
AC.
still +2 on decks.
Oh, okay. So,
Can I can
oh,
I?
but yeah, disadvantage
Oh,
on stealth. That's
good.
different. So,
So
Yeah,
Maynard,
but the thing is, I don't.
you can
Yeah, I
wear
don't
it.
know.
Yeah, we don't stealth often.
We don't stealth
Maynard's
often.
reasonably stealthy, and he is a bard, and that gives him disadvantage on stealth. So it's up to you. I mean, it's very
Well-
expensive. But this guy,
I'm always
this
going
guy
to suck at
won't
stealth.
be able,
So,
he won't be able to help you with that. That he says you'll have to
Yeah.
go to Taraferry.
That's fine. That's fine. I'll just get the I'll get the half. Yeah, I'll just get the breastplate.
Uh-huh. That's a
400
that's
gold
that is
pieces.
that's a big win for you though, eh? Like +2 armor classes.
Yeah,
So you had 14 armor class before.
yeah, I was.
Yeah, what would that do
It's
to
a bit-
me? Would I lose stealth at all?
If you
The
wore
breastplate?
if you wore a breastplate.
No. Well, it depends on
No.
your dex bonus. But I only have a dex bonus of 2, and that's the maximum you're allowed if you're going to wear half plate.
So for
I've
you,
got-
Dash, it's not really worth it
Yeah, I've got
because
dex bonus of 2 though, don't I?
you've
So
got a
No.
dex bonus as well.
yeah,
What?
yeah, I don't have.
What's
I've
your
only got-
dexterity?
Only
That's
15.
shocking.
You remember he had pretty average rolls.
Yeah.
across the board.
Yeah, it was
So
bad.
it's terrible.
So how much is the breastplate? Because it might be worth me getting on.
He's only
400
got
gold
one.
pieces.
He won't be able to help you straight away. And he says you'll have to. The best thing would be to go to Taraferry. But it's 400 gold pieces. So if you want to do that, sure, you can do that.
So that would take my armor class,
Yep,
which is
I'll do
currently
that.
15. What would it move it to? My AC of 15, and I'm wearing.
It'd be to 17, wouldn't it?
How is your armor class 15? What are you wearing?
I've got studded leather armor.
Is
And
it
dual
studded leather
wielder.
armor?
Dual wielder. So dual wielder gives them a +1.
Oh, on AC.
Hmm.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think I should get a breastplate.
Okay, I'll be back in a sec. I'm just gonna quick toilet break.
You've got the money for it. You should definitely do it.
I've got the cash for it. I'm gonna spend your ring on it.
I'm gonna be spending my time convincing the bishop that you're leading a life of sin and would feel much better about yourself if you could donate some money to the church. That's all I'm gonna be doing for the next week.
I'm a good man.
Hopefully he curses you on the way out.
I'm doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, depends on who your lord is, I guess.
How much gold have I got? Not that much. 531 gold coins. Yeah, I would definitely, that would be a big chunk of all my money. Oh wait, I have a gem as well.
God will repay you.
And a
If
jewel
he
crate.
can't afford, he can take a loan from the bishop.
You should just like build up like 5 rings on your hand worth like 2,500 GP and just flash it
Huh?
around.
how much would it
Super.
increase your AC there, Neil? Would it go from 15 to 17? That's worth
Yeah.
400 GP.
Yeah, it is. But Doug's won't let me spend it because he said his armor is too busy building Maynards.
Well, he only has one breastplate, and I
Oh.
bought it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it'll take him ages to
I'll pay you
he can
440.
make you one. It'll take him ages.
Don't you
Ooh.
fucking
Yeah.
dare!
Yeah, bidding war. Bidding
Right.
war.
Well,
I'll pay you
maybe-
440. 440.
After the week, me and you can duck down to Taraferry while he's still working on the breastplate.
Aragin, can you roll me a D20, please? So
Is that
Gavin,
a
Robert,
legitimate offer, Dash?
Why
Yeah,
am I rolling a D20?
I won't haggle up
What's
on
this for? Oh, whatever it
Come
is,
on, you
I'm
pussy.
fucking awesome at it. I'm rolling well tonight.
So,
Yeah, what'd you do?
Aragin, 5
Little
days
wolf.
in,
Yeah.
But
5
400
days in,
ring.
you're praying. You find it very, very tedious, but you're getting used to it. You're just doing loads and loads of praying. I don't know how like genuine this is. You're praying, but it does kind of mess up your dreams a bit, and you have a dream. You have a dream, and what you're dreaming is
It's the Archangel
you're
Michael.
dreaming that
Reed, is that you?
Fucking
Shyster.
you're dreaming that you're in a dark room. Not totally dark, but fairly dark, and it's nighttime. And you hear a noise. And you jump up and you reach for your sword and it's gone. And you reach for your armor and it's gone. Instead, you prepare a spell. And the door smashes open. And standing in the doorway is sort of a man, but he's covered in fur. There's a little bit of light behind him. You've seen this guy before. He's got
he's
the face of a tiger.
Damn it, now I'm on the list. I already was on the list. Got the curse.
And it says, you are hard to find. And he advances forward. You throw some kind of spell at him. And he just like bats it away. And he just closes in very, very slowly. Like he's got nothing to worry about. And then he tears you to pieces.
The end.
And then do I wake up?
No, you have to roll a
you
new
can wake
character now.
now, and you can remember it all.
Yeah, it's time to roll 46.
You're still alive. You're still alive. You think probably it wasn't actually you that you're dreaming of.
Yeah. So I wonder if that was the
Daddy?
old man.
Yeah, that's Daddy.
Yeah.
He gone.
Oh,
Look,
he did.
He did.
We better get to our brother soon.
Bummer.
So you can...
If he inherits while we're not there.
Yeah, I was like, so you can knock off.
Yeah, it's going to be much harder to unwind later.
See, I told you needed to go and let your dad know what was coming.
You think we can just
Oh
rage
yeah,
stab
because
him
you did
with
take his
lycanthropy?
sword and armor, didn't you?
Yeah.
No worries.
But
So surely we can claim that he obviously made us the heirs. Well, obviously the oldest son. That's why he passed his armor and sword to me. Because he
mean the
declared
sword?
that Aragon should inherit. Yeah. I'll just need to borrow it for ceremonial occasions.
Ceremonial occasions.
I'm glad you're not too upset.
Oh, it's terribly sad. But he did abandon me when I was, like 7 years old or something.
Oh, for your own safety.
So fuck
but
that guy.
Don't let that get
was it? Yeah, well, I guess.
know.
I guess, yeah, it did. Was it 15 years later? It did prove out to be true. There's a lot of time between, like.
He wakes up and tells us a story. Doesn't seem too worried about it. We're just like trying to make him feel as bad as possible. Oh, it's Dad. Oh, I was so bad.
And all you wanted was your plate mail.
Yeah. He just wanted your love, and all you wanted was his plate mail.
And the title of Greystone.
Yeah, don't forget
Oh,
that.
yeah, that too.
And the castle.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want a castle?
Yeah.
Well, that one in particular is not good karma.
No, that's got some history.
It just feels like that place is just cursed, eh?
Yep.
It's like on the border. It's on the borderlands of dragon and giant country and undead.
So
okay, so after a week spent pleasantly in Alderwin Market, recovering from injuries, and let's buy a couple of these just to make sure they're really, really gone. So totally recovered. Totally recovered from all your injuries. A week of quiet relaxation and prayer. The lycanthropy is definitely.
Do you know what
Cured.
would be the best? The best would be if, like, they just snaked your level up into one level of cleric by forcing you to pray to God. And you'd be like, no.
That would be, as annoying as that is, that would be gold.
Be fun.
Yeah. You're like ready to level up, and then you're like, oh, they just
Fuck, I got a level of priest. Shit. Like cleric or something. Oh, that'd be good.
You could see that.
And it would be
happen,
like.
that would be the
Right.
best
So
case.
after it's been a whole week now, and you're ready to move on, and
So good.
Eleanor comes to speak with Dash and Maynard and says, what are your plans? Because Alyssa's the abbot says Alyssa's ready to go tomorrow. What are you thinking?
How did
he-
I'm just going to ask about their lycanthropy and whether they were cured of it.
Whether what, sorry?
Whether they were cured of their lycanthropy.
He says Alyssa is going to be fully cured.
Was she the only one of Vix?
That's a relief.
Which is
She was the
20%
only one.
area now.
Yeah.
We think the abbot heard some news from Dunskara. It sounds like the nursemaid might be back there. So we were thinking we will head back there to, well, try and disrupt whatever she's doing. But what we really need is a wizard. So we'll be looking for a wizard. He says someone who can do counterspell. Until we get someone who can do counterspell, it's going to be...
Or hold person.
It seems, maybe hold person, but it seems that she'll just keep escaping from us.
The bards cast old person.
Yes, I could
Maynard?
potentially learn that.
Oh, good.
Gosh, useful. That would be
And
amazing.
I might sort of say, I might be able to. I reckon I could figure that out. I've seen it casted a few times.
how quickly?
Could you figure it out, Bannofix?
I'll just walk away. I'll just go wander off somewhere.
Can you figure it out? Can you cast hold person?
There's an internal conversation. These guys are talking about it. I'm walking away, yelling, "Can you cast it? Can you cast hold person, motherfucker?" Just walking away.
How quickly could you do that then? She says, I think I could probably learn it too eventually, but like I can't right now.
No, it's not a bard spell, damn it. I thought it was.
Okay.
Wonder what college are you in? Do you get any bonuses from that?
When do you start
College of Eloquence?
Is that your College of Eloquence?
No, it's not a bard spell.
What college are you?
Not a bad spell, okay.
Yep.
The college.
College of Eloquence.
Did you pick the wrong college?
What do you mean? I don't think there's a counterspell college, motherfucker.
College of counterspelling.
Still the
There might be. There might be some. There might. No, yeah. There might be some. I don't think so. Some subclass that gives you something extra. Okay. So she says, "Well, we need to find someone who can do that. Can clerics do counterspell? Does anyone know?
I don't think so. No.
It's really just wizards.
Otherwise, Yeah, otherwise, or wizards or sorcerers.
Maybe
Who's
you
your
should
spell
come to
list?
Taraferry with us for a week.
Should we help?
And
help
because
benefits?
if there's anywhere you're going to be able to find a wizard who can help us, it's the biggest city around.
Well, we also heard there is some wizards
Aussie Mentrix or
near
whatever.
Escarbridge, basically a husband and wife. We might go and try and find them.
We got to be careful though.
Okay, I've
But-
got a plan. I've got a plan. We dob in the Earl and his Wereat empire to the Duke, and we ask to use the Duke's wizard, that guy Aussie, what's his name?
Ozymandias.
Aussie
Well,
Mandus.
I don't think that's a good idea yet. We don't have any proof, and we're kind of nobodies.
Well, no, we've got the list, and we've got the list of
I scribbled out a list with a bunch of people's names on
the
it.
murder list. We can tell them what happened.
It's not exactly proof though. I could write your
No,
guys' names down on a list and cross
Yeah,
some
but
of them off.
it's not proof. But we also have no reason to kind of tell this big fabricated story either. So
Yeah, we do. We're in the succession.
Yeah.
So we're part. Well, we're not. Although
I'm not.
Yeah. Well, kind of.
Okay, so
I am.
Aragon's claim on the succession to Taraferry is pretty distant. Okay.
Yeah, no, but it doesn't matter. It's there, and so attempting to cast shade on any of the other.
No, but we're.
But
we're-
also, when my
we're on the
father's
list.
just been murdered,
Exactly.
turning up, ranting like a nutter, saying that there's someone going around murdering people in the line of succession, and then I'm trying to inherit, might not be the best.
Yeah, but the thing is, our names are on the list. So why would we bring it to his attention? Like it. I mean, I understand that you could twist the logic that way, but more than likely, he'd say, "Okay, there's something here." You
We
guys
could bring it to
humanly
someone's
forget.
attention, but not implicate the Earl or the Wolf yet.
See,
So
Well,
that at
otherwise
least
it's like-
knows bad stuff's going on, and then we find a way to link him to it later.
Well, otherwise it's like,
But we don't have proof against them. Is
hey,
the bit on.
here's a list of people that have been killed on the line of succession. Yes, I'm on the list. I'm in succession. I haven't been killed yet, but
but everybody
someone's
else
killing
has.
these people.
So the Earl would go, "Did you kill the people on the list? You've got the
Yeah.
list."
How did
No,
they-
definitely
how
not.
all these people are dead.
Side note: if I was the Earl, there'd be two scenarios, and both of them would end up with me in jail. One of them, he believes us, in which case he's like, "These guys are coming to tell me about a plot. I'm going to put them in jail so they can't speak to anybody, so I can figure out what's happening and unwind it." The other one is they're nutbags. They're going to jail. So
Well, no,
I just
you
don't see it
won't be
working
with
like
us.
Oh,
You won't
I
be
thought.
with us.
Yeah, of course I will.
Dash
I'll
was talking
have to
about
be
going
there.
to talk to the. Dash is talking about going to talk to the Duke and Taraferry.
Yeah, his
Yeah,
name's on the
Not
list.
the
Sorry,
Earl of
sorry,
Dunskara.
sorry.
Isn't
I
his
mean,
name on the list?
the Duke will do the same thing. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
Is it-
Duke
I
will do
don't
the
think
same.
his name was on the list, was it?
Yeah, his name was on the
Let's
list.
have a look at the list.
Well, it doesn't
There were
matter.
also
The
two
Duke is
pages.
dying.
There were also potentially 2 pages of names or
Yeah.
something that like you might not have all the names.
Bringing a kill list to
the
the
Duke of
Duke.
Taraferry's not on there.
Okay, good. The other
David
thing is,
Gregory.
Well, the Duke of Taraferry's dying, so and he doesn't have any
Oh,
succession, right? He's old and
I tell you
doesn't have
what,
any kids.
bringing him the head of the nursemaid would be a better introduction. I think.
Yeah,
right?
but we
Yeah.
could. I reckon getting his wizard to come and help us get the nursemaid might be step one.
We'd have to be very careful about that because we can't tell them that we blew up our last wizard. We have to make sure that, But at the same, I don't know. I think the nursemaid's
Wizards
probably
are
gonna be
awesome.
fun.
Damn it.
Eleanor says, "No, that is an excellent idea. This Ozymandias,
Yeah.
I have heard of him. He's a very powerful wizard.
And he works for the Duke.
I've never seen him. I've never talked to him. But if you could convince him somehow to help, that would be excellent.
Yeah,
He might have magic powerful enough to find her as well. And I'm sure this guy could do this. We need someone who can do counterspell, right?
Yeah,
Otherwise, we need to just keep chasing her and disrupting her. We can't let her. And this is why Gavin thinks we need to go back to Dunskara straight away. She's already been there a week. If she's able to basically if she's able to work her magic for long, she'll end up creating another coven, and she'll end up killing children.
There
And
might be other ways
we
we
need
can
to get back there.
get her as well,
But-
other than
but you
counter
don't
spell. Can
necessarily,
anyone track
okay?
her?
Well, the
So
thing
that
is,
put a mark on it.
Gavin sort of can. And the thing is, we think the four of us are, I mean, even without James, the four of us are, I think we're more than a match for her, unless she can get allies with her, like happened in Silver Falls. But if we can get her on her own, we can defeat her. But we probably can't prevent her from escaping. We can try. But she seems to be able to just disappear. You've seen it.
Yeah.
Well, let's just go.
You've seen it.
So your best bet
She
is
casts a
getting,
spell and she
yeah.
just disappears. And perhaps she goes invisible, but we haven't really been able to. We're not sure if she's going invisible or if she's doing something else. She just seems to disappear, or maybe she's like, you know, that spell Misty Step. Maybe it's something like that where she's just. We don't know exactly. Anyway,
so
the
is
only
there
thing.
Hunter's Mark or anything that we can cast on her? That must be a spell that
I know
sure
that
there are a
spell.
few spells
Well, sorry, I know of that
would allow
spell.
you
That
to-
would be excellent.
Well, look,
Yes.
I don't disagree with Dash's plan at some point to talk to the Duke. I don't think it's now. I think go find this wizard. We get him to hitch his wagon to us. We go kill the nursemaid. Should be the plan, I think.
Yeah.
Go find Ozzy.
Well,
So
well,
while
the
they
thing
go
is,
find the husband and wife couple, we can go to Taraferry.
Is that not who we're talking about?
we're not even going to do that straight away. We're going to go straight to Dunskara because it's already been a week, and I think we just need to hurry up. So we're going to do that as soon as Alyssa is allowed to leave.
But do you
But
trust
you
the
don't
girl?
necessarily have to, right? Because it doesn't take all 8 of us. It doesn't take all 8 of us
So
to defeat the nursemaid.
should we try and grab the
Oh.
wizards and meet you back there once you've
Nope.
found out where she's? Thing is, we can't go into
Well, that seems like a good
Dunskara.
idea.
You weren't getting fireballed in when the last conflict. Wasn't that the nursemaid fireballing through the window?
I think so. Wasn't it one of the other ones?
No, that was pretty brutal though.
There's lots of.
I don't
fireball.
know. I didn't see. Well, sorry, Eleanor says, right, I don't know. I don't know who cast Fireball. I didn't see.
Yeah. Well, we need someone.
but-
So you go stake her
But I
out, figure
haven't
out where
seen
she
the
is.
nursemaid cast Fireball before, and we've fought with her many times now.
Yeah, so you go down, figure out where she is, keep an eye on her. We go get the wizard, come back, meet you, you tell us where she is, we all fuck her up. Job done.
Yeah.
Cool.
So each
Okay.
morning, send a sending spell out, and if we're in the area, we'll pick it up.
I'll ask Gavin what he thinks. The problem is, like, sending spell, the sending spell does sap his energy. So perhaps he won't do it every day. Perhaps he'll just do it sometimes.
Where are you going? Maybe you can leave a message with someone, and we'll go and check in with that person. But we can't go into Dunskara town. We need to be careful.
You can't go into Dunskara because of
Bannofix is wanted.
Because of Bannofix and the Earl. Yes, well, we don't trust the Earl, but we haven't had any problems with him directly.
Yeah, well, we're not sure about the Earl, but the wolf is definitely in bed with Madeen, and maybe the Earl as well.
Yes, we can't trust them. I understand.
Yes, but I don't.
Also,
We'll
that
try to
Vladimir.
talk to them and find out. We'll try and find out that as well. But basically, we'll probably be keeping a low profile, and we just need to find out what the nursemaid is doing and then stop her if we can, even temporarily.
So how are we going to
that
find you
just to
in
buy
a
time.
week once we've popped into Taraferry, come back up and got the
Bannofix.
wizards.
Bannofix, can you come into Dunskara secretly?
I sure can. In fact, I think I've got some shitting to do. Long story. Don't worry about it. Yep.
She looks at Maynard and Aragin and well,
There's
obviously
a real
we
arsehole
don't
up there
really-
who needs to know we're in town.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Mhm.
Well, okay. We'll find you there somehow.
Cool.
I'll tell Gavin. Gavin will probably just send a message every now and then. I don't know how far it can work, and if you don't get the message in Taraferry, I don't think it can work that far. Maybe it can. I don't know.
Right. Well, if you
Yeah,
if
but
you have to leave Dunskara, leave a message with someone there that you can trust. Who was that guy we stayed with last time? Assuming they haven't killed him.
Green.
But what was that?
Something other
Yeah,
green. Tom Green.
yeah, Tom Green or whatever his name was. Leave a
I don't
message
know who
with
that
him if
is.
you.
Okay.
Tom
Was that
Green.
his name though? Yeah, you better find him. We can describe his hut and where it
yeah.
was.
That is his name.
It is.
Eleanor doesn't know who he is, so
Green Pete.
Green Pete. That's it.
Green Peak.
Green Pete. Okay, I can maybe find Green Pete.
Everybody knows Green Pete.
Alan Bannofix.
Everybody knows Green Pete. Okay. I'll try and find Green Pete and I'll let him know that we're friends of you.
And so if you have to go to a different city, let him know and we'll check in with him if we haven't heard from you
Suggest
when we
you
get up there.
suggest you don't do it in front of his family. He's
Yeah.
a little bit secretive. Also, don't alarm him. Make quick movements or suggest he's in danger in any way, shape, or form. Or probably that you know half of us. Actually, no, it's fine to say that you know us.
Well, that sounds
Maybe
simple.
not Dash. Don't lead with Dash.
Don't lead with Dash. Probably not Maynard. Mention that you know me and suggest that you're friends with Aragin.
Okay, she cups her head in her hands and she says, I need to write this down. And she gets her book out and she takes some notes.
It's a good plan.
Write it down.
Write it down.
She writes it down. Okay. So the plan is everyone's going to head to Taraferry and look for a wizard
And an armourer.
and armourers.
Well, I thought we were going to go for the husband and wife. I don't think we should speak to the Duke's wizard yet. That seems above our pay grade. Seems like he could fuck us up.
Yeah, but
Okay.
if the husband and wife are shithouse wizards, it could be a waste of time.
One of them, you just need one of them to be fifth
Now,
level.
the husband and wife that you can think of are Clarissa and Theodore Watt.
What?
Yeah, what?
Clarissa Watt and Theodore Watt.
With a
These
name
are-
like Watt,
ran
one of them's
into
got to be able
them.
to cast lightning bolt.
Theodore,
We know
what?
that
You
What?
ran into them in the Dunskara fair.
Put the robots up against us.
Oh, they
Oh.
from Dunskara.
Oh, they're gonna know that you know
Oh.
me.
Rage Against the Magician, right?
Oh, what? Oh no, we're not going to get help from those guys. Weren't they in league with
Yeah, they
some
know
hidden
about.
building or something? And
They know that we're Rage Against the Magician.
oh
Yeah, but we can just threaten to out them as magicians, right?
They're like acknowledged as being magicians,
I
right?
thought you get burnt at the stake for being a magic using.
Now the
heretic.
other wizard you've run into is Maria Leigh. The other powerful wizard you've run into is Maria Leigh.
Who is she?
And she lives in a tower very close by Alderwin Market.
Who was she?
Well, she
Is it a tower?
you've
Maynard
spoken to her.
Maynard's on it.
So
And
gauche.
Sorry,
you visited her tower.
Yeah.
And She was
Morrow.
Morrow was her apprentice at one point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember I was backstabbing Morrow to her.
Yeah, I think talking
was
talking
there
to
for that
her would
session.
be a
Yeah,
way better
that,
idea.
that's
missed that
that
session.
warmed you to her.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like,
she
oh,
didn't get on with Morrow. You can't remember why, or she shouldn't tell you, but you know who she is anyway.
Talking to her is a way better idea than talking to those other two.
Yeah. Let's
Might as well just serve ourselves up if we go and try and ask them for help.
yeah.
And she's close by, so you can basically do that whenever.
You do
okay,
the
so
talking.
have we got our rapiers and our breastplates and everything now back, and all of our silver weapons?
You've got that. Maynard's got his breastplate. Sure.
Can I collect it?
How long would
Collect
it take the guy here to fit my plate? Would it be quicker in Tarathian, or do we just stay here and talk to the wizard
the armor.
lady?
So you want to go talk to the armorer here?
Yeah.
He says yeah, well, yeah, I do armor. I do typically chainmail and the like.
Let's just need some minor
A suit
adjustments.
of plate mail like this.
Okay, yeah,
You
no, let's
need
go to Tarathian.
you need someone who.
It doesn't have to look good. It can look all beat up and shit. It doesn't
don't
Nah,
have the
yeah, we
skills.
don't let's go fucking it up.
The best place to go would be Dunskara. The
Dunskara,
armor there
sure.
is really good. Or
Sure, that's
Tarathian, the Duke's armor.
Yeah, let's go see him.
Uh,
We're close
if
by
you
anyway.
do, tell him I sent you. William of Alderwin.
There we go. That's a recommendation.
This is he's a true master. The thing is, it's very, very expensive armor you've got here. Yeah, there are only a few people in the duchy who can really. I mean, the Earl and Dunskara's got a very good armor. I'm good, but like I work on chainmail and things. Not something like this is right really for. I mean, this is a piece of art.
Are we gonna have to worry about you talking about this suit of armor?
Yeah.
Probably constantly.
Other people?
You don't want me to mention this to anybody?
Thank you. Great idea. Appreciate that.
Did you write that name down, Ariel?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I appreciate.
That's a good point. What is his name?
Your business.
William, I'd hope you'd remember that.
William of Alderwin.
Yeah, William of Alderwin.
I don't need to mention this to anybody. It's
Well, as you mentioned, it's expensive. It's a family heirloom. We'd rather people not knowing we had such wealth on us.
It's not that remarkable.
Why not?
I mean, there are many suits of armor. It's just that only a few people can work on something like that.
Okay, so you're saying it's a bad piece of art.
So you're saying it's a work of art, but
it's a fine piece of armor, but
your story's not adding up.
I've seen armor before. He turns to Aragin. Who is this guy?
Brian.
His name's Brian.
Right.
He rubs everyone up that way, mate. Don't worry.
Do you want me to make you some chainmail, Brian?
No, thank you.
It looks like you'd benefit from some armor.
That's not nice. I'm just gonna walk away.
Given your personality.
I'm just gonna walk away, squeezing my bare penis. Okay.
Crackle.
So we're gonna head to this tower, yeah? Enough of this.
Right. Okay.
We should do that on the way back, or let's go check the armor in first.
Well, this is, the thing is, her tower is just
And
out
we're
On the
of
gonna
way
have a
back
look at
from-
the kill.
just out of Alderwin Market.
You're going
You
to
could get there in
Taraferry, are you
probably
talking
half
about,
an
to
hour
put the
or
armor in?
or something.
Aren't we just like going up to? You actually want to travel the day down to Taraferry to drop the armor off?
Well, if we're gonna have a week or two to kill anyway, we might as well just.
Do we have a week or two to go?
So we've come all this way. Let's just get the armor. He's gonna
Yeah.
whinge about it until he's
That's
got
right.
it.
Relentlessly.
Aren't you going to have to be there for a lot of that time? At least
No,
fitting it.
we'll just leave
Oh,
it there and
maybe.
come back.
It'll probably take a few days to get his armor fit, and it'll take at least a day each way to get to Taraferry.
But I
it's,
mean, we're
you
gonna go
know,
down and come back anyway.
Hmm.
Can I hang out with the mage here at the tower?
But if you want to go,
No,
in,
there is no way we're leaving Bannofix alone with her for a week or like 4 days.
Oh, I can do odd
When we
jobs.
come back, she's never helping us.
I
You,
can
you will have rubbed her the wrong way in 3 minutes.
I can do odd jobs for her.
She was, oh yeah,
Okay.
they're asleep.
Otherwise,
so you can go.
back
Mary
massages.
Leigh has got her tower. Her tower is just slightly out of Alderwin Market.
We've been teaching you to
You've
learn to
talked to
fly
her
off the top.
before, and the reason you went to talk to her, it was to get information, wasn't it?
So to
What
ask about the
information?
nursemaid and potentially your Neil, your mum.
Yeah.
It was Dash's mum.
Yeah.
Seeing
Yep. So we'll
Looking for a hall.
seeing if
so-
she had a will.
we're going to go to Taraferry first and drop off the armor, and then go to her tower, right?
Well, the thing is, her tower is
on the
like
way.
half an hour. Half an
Okay.
hour's walk
All right.
from
Let's go
where
recruit
you
her.
are.
How much money you got on top?
Let's recruit her. Just make sure that because she might head off anywhere, right?
Alright, yeah, we'll
She's
give her
there.
a few days to prepare.
Yeah. Just get her a
Or she might be able to nominate someone. If she doesn't want to help us, she might know someone who might.
She'll want to help us. I'm charming as fuck.
I got
Okay.
15 minutes. And then I'm going to drop off early.
Yeah.
Maynard definitely has to talk to her. That's his jam. You gotta
Yeah.
Okay,
Got to
So-
convince her.
persuade her. What's your persuasion?
okay.
That's
So
pretty epic.
she, her tower, is basically as soon as you leave the town, her tower is like visible in the distance. It's not like huge, but it's
Wizard
it's
with the
just
tower.
west of the town. Actually, now that I think of it, you passed it on the way into town. Maybe didn't occur to you
So let's go to Taraferry. It's
Okay.
on the way back.
on the way in. But the thing is, her tower is right here. So if you want to go there, you know, is that the plan?
I just say we lock her in. Yeah, it's gonna take us an extra 5 minutes. Just lock her in.
Yeah, I don't think I'm winning this fight.
Yeah.
I imagine it's going to be 3-1. So let's go. Let's go and see her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, let's do that.
So Eleanor says, she says goodbye. We're gonna. She says, well, you probably won't see Gavin and Robert and Alyssa. If you're going to go and see this wizard right away, that's excellent. We probably won't see you off. Like we'll probably be leaving straight away. They've already made preparations. As soon as the abbot says Alyssa's ready, so we'll see you in Dunskara maybe. Okay, and I'll tell the others that you're going to see a wizard right now. And hopefully she'll come to Dunskara, and we'll see you there soon.
It'd be ideal if we could get her to head to Dunskara soon, just to position herself there, and we just meet you guys all there. So
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
so why
Absolutely.
don't they come with us to the tower?
Because they've already made plans to leave, and Gavin thinks it's important to, given what we've heard, it's important to get to the nursemaid as quickly as possible.
also, if 8 people show up and surround the tower,
Yeah.
offensive.
Okay, so you go to the tower, and you've been here before. Go and knock on the door.
Oh, can I
Yes.
change into a parrot?
Sure.
I just want to hop up on Dash's shoulder. He's the swashbuckler, right? I'm just gonna hop up on Dash's shoulder as a parrot.
Okay.
Just to avoid saying anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
And every time I say something, you're
I'm
going to repeat it.
I'm trying to find a suitable.
Yeah.
Trying to find a suitable thing. I don't think you can because a parrot can fly.
Oh, yeah, you have to be sealed.
Oh, no, that's sad.
Okay, a
You
gerbil.
can be a rat.
Yeah, can I
rat,
be?
little rat.
No, I want to be a gerbil. Can I be a gerbil? I'll just sit up on a shoulder.
Yeah, sure,
Okay, thanks.
sure. Okay, I'm gonna go for frog. Okay, but we know
No,
we know
Yeah,
it's
no,
really
frog is
terrible.
good. Frog is good.
This is vermin, and I don't want it on my nice clothing. I'm definitely not wearing my nice clothes.
Just whenever you
Yeah, but it's not-
open your mouth to
I
talk,
don't
I'm just
think
gonna
like mice are continent, but I don't think
I'm just gonna
gerbils are.
tug your tongue. I'm just gonna go into your mouth.
Okay, so Bannofix the gerbil.
You always
Bannofix the
wanted to do
gerbil
that.
goes to visit Mary Leigh. This teenage boy opens the door. He says, "Oh, you've been here before. Can I help you?"
Wanker.
Sure.
Yes, we're looking to speak to your master.
My mother.
Yeah, your
Mother,
mother.
yeah.
That's the one.
About anything in particular?
Yes, we need her assistance.
Do I have to squeeze information out of you?
The gerbil's just gonna be going.
Well, it's probably.
Yeah, he stares at it and he says, he just goes right up to Dash and he just stares at this gerbil he just squints at this gerbil on his shoulder.
Can I smack him from where I am? Can I get out?
And he says,
Yep.
"What is this?"
It's a.
It is his
Buttons.
sexual toy.
No, it's not my sexual toy. It's
Is it your familiar?
I'll just nod.
Bannofix runs down the front of his pants.
He says,
On command.
"I've seen some ridiculous familiars before, but this is the worst I've ever seen."
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna turn
Are you
around.
embarrassed? Can't you just have a cat?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna turn around
love a
and
cat.
just take a good
He
shit
hasn't worked up
to
to
the
that
front
yet.
of.
He points up behind him. He points up behind him, and there's a perch at the back of the room.
Yep.
Like he's at the door, but there's a perch at the back of the entrance hall, and
Yeah.
there's an owl settled on the perch, and he says, "My owl's hungry,"
Let's feed him.
and his owl comes flying and lands on his shoulder. This is like some 15-year-old boy. The owl comes flying, lands on his shoulder, and the owl stares at the gerbil as well.
I'm just gonna smack the owl in the
Is
mouth.
this your owl?
Of course.
Impressive. See, you need to get a better familiar.
Harry
Yes.
Potter.
And I'll talk
Yes.
to Dash and say that.
Yes. Let me put my familiar in the. Let me put this little weasel in the wagon, and I'll go and put it in and shut the door.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm still waiting for you to tell me what it's all about.
It's about the nursemaid. You've heard of the nursemaid?
Yeah, I have actually. What about her?
Well, we're wondering if your mother might be able to assist us. Every time we have confronted the nursemaid, the nursemaid disappears. In
All
fact,
right, I'll go and get her. That's
if you're a
fine.
wizard yourself, you might even be a source of information about this. Would you know maybe how this wizard, how she disappears? Are you skilled in the ways of magic?
Yep.
I'll say I'll act very
No, I
attentive
don't
and
know how she
interested.
disappears.
Okay.
And he says, I'll go and
Could you
tell her. I'll go
could
and
you
tell her.
counter a spell that she was cast? If you were close enough to her?
Yeah, I haven't done that yet. And he just closes the door and goes, and he just leaves you standing there.
Okay, we're
Like
gonna need
5 minutes later,
a more powerful wizard.
10 minutes later,
He's upstairs playing
and then
PlayStation.
after about after about at least 10 minutes, the door opens and he says, "Yeah, you can come in." And he takes you in, and the tower is pretty impressive. You've been in here before. It's a little bit disorientating. There is some. It's quite richly decorated, but it's obvious that a lot of this is just illusions. And he takes you to a study, and like Maria Leigh is there, and she's reading from a book. He says, "Yeah, so here they are." He says, "Oh, come on." He says, "And that's the guy with the ridiculous familiar. Where's your familiar? Show her."
He's locked in the wagon.
It's a gerbil, not very impressive.
She kind of looks at Dash and she says, "All right. I didn't realize you could do that."
No, just pets. Just an overly friendly pet.
And then she says to her son, "Okay, you can go now." And he just like,
Yeah.
and he just walks off. What's this about then? How can I help you?
We
We
want to
were-
talk about powerful
yeah.
magic.
We're wondering if we could we're wondering if you might help us. We're looking for a wizard that's powerful enough to cast something like counterspell. We have been trailing the nursemaid, and we've fought her several times, but every time we fight her, she casts a spell and disappears. So we're not sure if she is turning invisible or if she is teleporting away, or we just don't know. It's not our area.
This is basically this hag who has been causing trouble, who basically kidnapped a baby in Dunskara.
Killing children. Yep. So we tailed her. We tailed her up north, and we fought her several times, and unfortunately every time she manages to get away. So we have 3 other people that we're with as well. So we're a band of 7 altogether. But we're wondering if you might, if you weren't too busy, you might lend us your services.
Well, if this was a case of a day or two in Alderwin Market, absolutely, sure, I'd love to help. But if
we know where
it's
she is.
in
She's in
Dunskara
at the moment,
and you've been tracking her this whole time, the problem is I don't know where she is. And okay, you can go and track her, but I can't really leave here for long. So, and like, if you can lure her here,
you
that
need
would
to stay with your son.
I've got lots of things to take care of here. If you could lure her here, then sure, I'll get rid of a hag. I can cast counterspell. I'd need a little bit of warning, probably. But if you're talking about going to Dunskara and frankly,
If we paid you,
We could send the carriage down to pick you up. So we'd whisk you up there once we'd located her.
you might have faster methods of traveling, perhaps.
I don't work for cheap. If you're talking about hiring my services,
It's for the greater good. We're trying to get rid of this nursemaid. She keeps stealing babies, and we've been chasing her all over the duchy. I'm sure that the Duke would be very grateful.
oh really? All over the duchy? Like whereabouts? Because I've only heard of her in Dunskara.
Well,
Yeah, they're
we'll tell her all about
Greystone and
battles. Yep.
Three Waters.
Yep.
Oh,
She's been
up
stealing children. Yep, she's been stealing children from some of the former Maragenti villages. Silver Falls.
This is the thing. I can't go all the way up there. I've got things to take care of here. It does sound like a very worthy thing that you're doing, and I certainly would like to help. If she comes to Alderwin, if she comes to Alderwin Market or even nearby, then please, yes, let me know, and I'll do whatever I can to help. But
Wonder how we
You-
could lure her
yes.
here.
Can you think of anyone else who might be able to help us?
Maybe we start up a kids' daycare.
Other people who could cast. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know Theodore Lott?
Actually, we do.
He's down in Escarbridge and Clarissa as well. I'm sure
Are
they
they-
could do counterspell.
Okay.
I mean, there'll be some lesser wizards as well who could do counterspell.
Do you
I just
know?
think
Do you
you'd
know
probably
the
have to go
Watts
to
well?
Tarathian. Yes, I know them quite well.
Do
I
you think
can't
there's any
guarantee they'd be
chance
interested
they're
in
in
helping
league with the werewolves?
Nursemaid? With the werewolves. I can't see why they would be. It's an interesting question. Why do you ask? Why do you suspect them?
Well, we
There
know
must be a
they're
reason.
involved with the wolf.
The Wolf of Dunskara?
Yes,
Yes.
Oh, really?
and he's involved with the werewolves.
And the Madeen.
And the last
Are
time we
you
ran
telling
into
me
the
the Wolf
nursemaid,
of Dunskara is involved with the Madeen?
Yes.
yes,
Well, that's interesting.
Yes.
Would you be so kind as to explain or you not?
Yep. We'll tell
Yep.
her. We'll tell her everything.
Okay, so you explain her everything.
Yeah.
How much you can
Yeah.
explain about how you got this information, because it will sort of involve talking about Bannofix.
yeah. I mean,
Oh, we're fine about that, right?
I think we'll have to, because that's what I say. They sentenced him to death and tried to burn him because he
Okay.
was involved in the Madeen, and they're
He's a
fighting against the
Kaliji,
werewolves.
isn't he? He's a Kaliji.
It's
Yeah.
just
Kalej, yeah, I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not part of the Madeen.
that's right. He's, yeah,
so
the
you,
Madeen are the bad
mentioned
ones.
that Bannofix
The
is
gerbil pipes up.
the
I'm a
Kaliji.
Kaliji.
You're going to tell him that?
Well, no, we'll leave that bit out.
Okay.
Or we can tell her
It's
everything
just,
else.
and where is Bannofix now?
He's with our
He's-
other companions.
Right. Right. So he's in Dunskara. Okay.
Heading that way, yeah.
And he's not afraid of being caught by the wolf?
Well, he's disguising himself. He's
Yeah.
As a
He might
obviously
Yeah.
aware it's fairly dangerous.
And what's the source of his power? I mean, it sounds like he can do some fairly powerful magic.
He's a
Not
druid.
really sure. He likes animals.
So we all like animals.
Sometimes he turns into one.
Oh, I see.
He's a druid.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Yes. Well,
Kind of.
you can
Gerbils.
be assured that all you've told me is safe. Now, you should understand that it's not necessarily wise to tell everybody what you've just told me.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You're one of the very few people we have told. In fact, you might be the only one that we've told everything to. Apart from my father.
Well, in that case,
Get the wagon.
and what's the relationship between the nursemaid and the Madeen?
We don't know. But
We
the
think
last
they're
time the
working
nursemaid
together.
came for us, yeah. The Madeen were helping her out.
Well, this is your problem.
The
So-
Madeen are keen on killing our friend as well.
Killing Bannofix.
Yeah.
I can imagine. And is Bannofix one of the Collegiate?
Yes.
I see.
I'll do my fucking secrets.
She's kind of like smirking slightly. So this
Your
is
organisation's a joke.
How did you know
the
that?
mention of it.
well, I know these kind of things. I'm a wizard.
Well, that's what the Madeen shout whenever they attack us. Where's the Collegiate?
Yeah,
They're
what do
looking
you,
for
what do you
Ben.
know
Trying to
about
kill
these
him.
two factions?
Oh, they have been enemies for well over 200 years, I think.
Would you consider one good and one evil, or
Well, the Madeen, I'd say they're pretty evil. The Collegiate, the church doesn't like them. I've got no problem with them. I mean, I've had no dealings with them. I just know of them.
Almost all of the Madeen we've met have been some type of were creatures.
Werewolves.
Yeah, werewolves,
Yeah,
were-rats.
were-rats.
In fact, we've just come from the Abbey because we had to deal with some lycanthropy.
Yeah, I realise there's certainly a problem. But this is no problem. The Earl of Dunskara and the Wolf, according to you yourselves, have allied themselves with the Madeen.
Well, we don't know about the Earl.
The wolf, definitely.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
have any reason to think that the Earl and the Wolf, they're brothers. They seem to be acting in concert. And according to your own information, the Nursemaid and the Madeen have some kind of relationship. So, is it reasonable to infer the Nursemaid and the Earl may have some kind of understanding?
Possibly.
It's possible.
Well, you need to be careful about making dangerous enemies. The Earl is possibly the most powerful man in the duchy after the Duke himself. I don't mean personal power necessarily. I should say after perhaps Ozymandias. Although Ozymandias is seldom here.
When you say
This
powerful, do you mean
I would be
in
very
terms
willing
of
to
in
help you.
line to the duchy?
It's not really clear who. I mean, it's not really the succession after the Duke
Yeah.
dies. That's not really clear. Although the Earl has a powerful claim, he's a strong claim. The thing is, this is the problem. You're asking me to assist you against the Nursemaid. If there were no other implications, and I had time, especially if it was nearby, I'd be very glad to assist you, just because it sounds like a worthy cause. But what you're really asking me is potentially to act against the Earl in Dunskara. So
You wouldn't
what
be
you're really
openly
asking me,
acting against the Earl, though, because the thing is, well, I'm sure the Earl isn't openly allied with the Nursemaid, so if the Nursemaid was killed, it's not like the Earl could be angry with the people that had killed her.
Not openly.
That would be difficult for him.
Guys, I'm going to drop off.
I understand.
Okay, we better call it quits.
We'll finish.
Where the
really
other
soon.
guy's gone.
No, I understand. I understand that can't do that openly. However, the Earl will understand. If put it this way, I
You might be
can't
making
expect
up.
to go to Dunskara without it being remarked upon. At least not if I go openly. I
Unless you were disguised somehow.
I mean, it sounds like a very worthy cause, and if I could help you without personally going to Dunskara, I mean, certainly if you could lure her here, I've got no fear from a hag. If you could lure her to this tower, or even to somewhere nearby, if you could lure her to, say, Alderwin Market, the town, and let me know soon enough, I'll come and help. No problem. But I don't wish to go to Dunskara. I can't spare the time, and even more importantly, I don't want to make new enemies.
Even if we were to send you a message from Dunskara, we have a companion that can do that. Gavin, he can send a telepathic message to say, we're fighting the
I've not
Nerf
met
base.
your
It would
friend,
still be a long
Gavin.
journey. Okay.
And
do that then.
Dunskara is
Too far.
It's not too far if you actually had her trapped. But if you had her trapped, you could probably kill her.
This is the trouble. She disappears every time.
That's why when we get eyes on her, we need to just hide out. Keep eyes on her while we get the wizard there. But it sounds like you were suggesting if we spend a few days looking around Taraferry, we might be able to find a wizard who might be prepared to help us for pay. We might just leave out a bunch of obviously what we'll leave out almost all of what we've just told you, but that just we need the help of a wizard defeating evil, and we'll pay them.
You know, like Ozymandias is very busy, but if you could convince him to help you, I mean that would be ideal. I'm sure he would like to help you if he had time. I think this is your problem. The kind of wizards who are powerful enough to help you are busy. And they're not going to want to spend a week or a month or 2 months or something chasing a hag. If you wanted them to help you, you're probably going to have to bring the hag to them. Now that goes for me. If you can bring this hag to me, I'll help you. I'll help you kill her.
Get her to come?
I mean, hopefully you can kill her, right? Because I'm not a warrior, but what I can do, I can shut her down from escaping. If you're going to fight her,
that's
if you're going to do the fighting, I can shut down her escape.
How would we be able to lure her down here?
Well, she's been wanting to kill
You'll
us
have
for
to
a
work
while.
that out. But if you do, let me know. And if I'm here, and I usually am, I'm usually here. If I'm here, I'll certainly try and help. I pledge you that.
About Aragin and Maynard's free daycare. Drop all your kids off.
Do you want to start daddy daycare?
We'll set up a daycare. Yeah, for all of the kids.
Yeah, we do
Advertise
need
it well.
bait children.
We do. That's.
I mean, I'm not above using children as bait. But I don't know. I don't think we'll get many. You guys don't look trustworthy.
No, probably not.
We should probably end pretty close to. Well, I'm
yeah.
soon, so.
Okay.
Why don't I hit the stop button?